Okay, I think we're fine. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. I totally accidentally started another stream, but it's this stream. It's not the other one. It was an accident. I think it's all good now. I think I deleted it. Oops. Oopsie. You're gonna send that out. Oh, and then I had a question. I had an idea that I thought about. Here's the idea that I thought about. What if instead of a VTuber, because I was fucking around with my color. I always feel like I look a little too red. Like I'm not. Am I this red? Otherwise, I look green. I end up looking like green. And I'm like, that might be because of the green screen, but I don't know. But I was thinking, what if I just, instead of being a VTuber, I just like make myself purple or like blue. I do this instead of being a VTuber. Then I don't need a dragon avatar. I am the best Minecraft YouTuber. Look at me, I'm purple. Then I have a green chair too. Look, I'm like the Joker colors now. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. Purple Gaffin Gaming. Yeah, this is just an homage to Perry. Purple's the funniest. Let's go. Let's just go with this today then. Just nobody bring it up. Just act confused. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Let me just get it just perfect. Just the right hue. Make sure that my hue is just perfect. There we go. I'm like Veruca Salt, right? She was the one that, or no, Violet Beauregard. Yes, Veruca Salt's the other one. She was the one that got eaten by squirrels. It was Violet Beauregard. But there we go. Let's get into it. So what we have first is a little song to get us started on a Monday. Happy Monday to all. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing all right. It's the start of the week, and you know, we always need a little something to lift our spirits. I feel like that's always the best way to start things off.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she chant from day to day. I wanna tell her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yes, someday I'm gonna make her mine.
I'm glad I finally did something. Can't pronounce Majesty. I can't two-finger Paul. I can't slob. I too want to slob and two-finger Paul. Thank you, GallonKazu. I was not expecting this. I can't two-finger Paul. I can't slob. His pronunciation sounds fine, so maybe he can two-finger Paul.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she chant from day to day. I wanna tell her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine.
Sorry, this is a little bit of a jump scare for you, but this is next level Kegel workout. Make sure to add this one into your routine. I was gonna say rotation. I mixed the two. Your rotain. Oh. F's in chat. W's in chat. I think we're back. Ooh, internet is going ballistic today. What is going on? I think we're fine. You know, my internet's always just running amok. Honestly, this might not be my internet. I was hearing YouTube was having issues. I saw that on Reddit. There might just literally be YouTube issues today, and that's why my connection's not working. Blame it on YouTube, not me. A small F, just a little one. But yes, add this into your rotation, add this into your routine. It's pelvic repair, slim belly, and fix your hips. I know I'm going to add this to mine. I don't know if the breaths were, I mean, maybe. He's probably on a set of 100, you know? These were 95, 96, 97. Had a little hiccup, but we're good now. That's all that matters. A few people left. I don't know if it's because of the internet issues or if it was because of the Kegel workout. All right. I guess I'll move on. You saw it. You can come back and look at it again if you need to. There we go. And this is what you can accomplish if you do this Kegel workout. If you do that Kegel workout, you will, open up your hips in such a way that you too can become Wolverine.
Tornado claw! Berserker barrage! Berserker barrage! Tornado claw!
I totally saw that car. There's a car in the background that just drove by. I saw another video that was a different angle. I thought I liked it, but it wasn't in my likes. It was another angle of this guy doing this just from a distance.
Come on, Bob, give it everything you got!
Aw, shit, they got him. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do without the Wolverine? Berserker barrage! Yeah. I'm gonna start hitting that one in public. Every once in a while, you gotta throw a Berserker barrage out there.
Tornado claw!
And the tornado claws.
Berserker barrage! Berserker
That's too good.
barrage!
Yes, this is the behind the scenes of the new Avengers movie. This is coming to a theater near you. You know, you just saw the trailer for the new Spider-Man, but this is actually what's coming next. Here's something I saw. Audience member going through AI psychosis. I've been watching a lot of comedians, like a lot of stand-up on Instagram. There's honestly some pretty good stand-up on Instagram. For a while, it was shifting into like, I don't know, it's hard to explain because I feel like comedy obviously moves in waves. Like things kind of, they ebb and flow into what becomes popular, and things come into the tide and then shift out of tide, all water related stuff really. But I think we're in like a really good time right now with the amount of comedy that's coming out and the amount of comedy that's coming out that's actually good. Because at one point it was just oversaturated with absolute garbage, but I feel like you can actually kind of sift through it now and find some gems. And this was a good bit. Like she handled this well, but honestly, she's just not listening. The crowd isn't listening either. Nobody's hearing what this gentleman's really putting down.
What do you use it for?
I was just using it to get the optimal seating in the car right before I came in.
The optimal seating in your car, which famously has 5 seats.
Yes.
Are you the driver?
Yes.
So you have one option. And you're like, Grok, where do I sit? We're all gonna get dementia by like 42. No, really, what do you mean by that?
Like adjusting the settings.
Adjusting the set. You have a Tesla.
Driving.
You have a Tesla. No. You use AI to adjust your seat.
Yeah.
Why don't you do what was most comfortable for you?
That's the thing I didn't know.
Now here's the thing. This guy's a fucking idiot because he can't explain himself well. I'm gonna try and give him the benefit of the doubt. What I think he's trying to say is like, you know, let me use me as an example. Let's say I go into AI and I'm like, hey, I'm 6'1", 6'2", weigh 240 pounds. This is my car's make and model, the year. It has an electric seat, yada, yada, yada. You give it all this information and you say, when I'm driving, I feel like I have a lot of lower back pain. What is the optimal sitting position? Should I keep my seat leaned back? Should I keep my seat leaned forward? Like that could be like a thing you can't really like learn from just like Googling. So I could see that might be where he's coming from. Now, could you figure that out on your own? Probably, yeah. But I could also see somebody going like, bro, I have killer lower back pain. I don't know, I have undiagnosed spinal stenosis. But what I'm gonna do instead of going to a doctor is I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, hey yo, ChatGPT, my back hurts. What do I do? Oh, try and do core workouts. Oh, do core. No, how do I adjust the seat of my car to where I need to do nothing? Should I start wearing a corset? Yes or no? These are the questions that I have for AI. Some people are sheep, so of course they would ask AI what would make them comfortable. Well, here's the thing. You go to a doctor to ask him, hey, you know, this isn't working. You go to a fucking, I don't go to the gym. I work out at home. Why can't I think of what it's called? Let me ask AI real quick. No, an instructor, a workout instructor, whatever the fuck you call them, a trainer, personal trainer, that's it, personal trainer. I couldn't think of the word personal for some reason. If you have a personal trainer or somebody, you're asking somebody else you're asking somebody else to help you figure out what is best for you, whether you go to a doctor, a personal trainer, a dietitian, a nutrition, like whatever it is, you do at times ask other people. Asking AI isn't like the worst thing you could do in these scenarios. Again, it's just about how you use it. And I think this guy's just a fucking idiot because he's really going like, hey, my back hurts. I don't know if that's what he's saying specifically. He's just going, hey, this ain't comfy right now. My balls get squished when I'm driving. How do I fix this? I'm a tall dude, but I've never been uncomfortable sitting in a car in almost any normal sitting position. No, yeah, probably no. No, I agree with you. No, I have some pain, but I think that the back pain that I have might be genetic. But we're not going to go to the doctor for that. Who cares about that? Psh, psh, ah. There's something different about you, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah, I started a bit late. I was a bit in a hurry. Didn't have time to shower. Sorry. Yeah, it's my broken headphones. I'm surprised you noticed. This just looks crazy. Why do I have such a fat fucking head? I really snapped my headphones. I gave this shout out to Jim Skin before, but I found another clip of Jim Skin. So, all right, I don't think I showed this clip either, because I had shown a different clip and I had talked about this one, because Jim Skin is the best kick streamer. You know, we usually come down on kick streamers. We talk about how degenerative they act, how degenerative they are for society. But Jim Skin is trying to make a new wave. He's trying to help people out. He's trying to cure the platform by bringing positivity. All he does is go around and talk about burning the bean, going to coffee shops. I think he just got banned from Costa. sad days. But he doesn't stand for racism. I imagine there were just people on Kick chats.
I will never agree with racism. Like, that is one thing I don't agree with. I do not agree with racism. If you have...
I used to be a firefighter until I hurt my back and had to change careers. So I feel the back pain stuff. Literally. No, yeah. My dad was a cement truck driver, like a cement... What do they call them? The big tumblers that they use? But he used to drive a cement truck, and he has spinal stenosis. And that's why I'm like, I need to make sure that I exercise my core to try and prevent any extra back pain that I might have not caused through any extra back pain that isn't going to be from skateboarding and other activities that I've done in my past. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you, random acts of animation. No, and honestly, knowing what it's like to like have to like I've seen how debilitating it can be, especially when it's like somebody who, because the thing is he wasn't injured in action. It was obviously an illness that was then it was a condition that was progressive. But like seeing somebody like basically have that ability like stripped from them in some regard, it is like it's something that I think not a lot of people we take it for granted, you know, our abilities to walk and to function without, you know, just excess pain all the time. The one craziest part my dad told me is that literally his left leg feels numb all the time. It feels like, and I described it to him once and he thought this was a good description. You know, when you fall asleep on your arm, the best way I've always described it is it feels like static, like looking at the static on a TV, or like feeling the static off of one of those old tube TVs. And he said he feels that all the time through his left leg. His left leg is just constantly that feeling of static. And I'm just like, ooh, that's a no-go. So that's why I'm trying my best. He's also one of those people that's like, I'm not going to use a electric cart. He always pushes the cart in the grocery store. He thinks that it's a mental game. You know, it really is at the end of the day. As soon as you give in to your own body, that's when your body takes control of you. Yeah, so what if every like 10 minutes he needs to stand on the cart with his arms on it like this and go... He's powering through. And that's what the doctors told him to do. They said, hey, they fucking told him, hey, the surgeries aren't working anymore. They said the surgeries aren't going to work. You got to figure out how to live with it, how to deal with it. It's been a long journey. Big respect to Pops. Yeah, my mom has that. My problem stems from a torn shoulder that didn't heal right, yeah. And that's what I mean, too, is, yeah, it's just like little things. It can either be a condition that you have or an injury that you just... It's all... Take care of your bodies, everyone, truly. And big ups to everybody. Blessed be to all that we all heal properly and feel good days, too, you know? But let's get back to Jim Skin, because Jim Skin doesn't stand for racism. He said what his name... I think his name's Jack. Calling him Jim Skin all the time is kind of crazy. I can't lie.
I haven't seen my friends group. I am friends with people of every nationality from all different parts of the world. I do not agree with racism. That's one thing about us we don't agree with, and I don't agree with racism. That's all I'm going to say on it. Chat, I will never agree with racism.
So he was saying that. I think that there's a bit of a longer clip where he's saying, like, no racism in chat. Like, cut that shit out, guys. Which, big respect to him. And then I saw this other clip where he got a fan that came up to him and basically like was telling them that they appreciate him for not falling into the Kick manosphere style content. Because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand, where it's not all the content on Kick is manosphere adjacent. Or I guess it's not all manosphere, but it is kind of manosphere adjacent. Because I mean, it's all just overindulgent is kind of the idea, right? Any vice that you can have that isn't alcohol is a good one. As long as it isn't alcohol or drugs, or they can be good drugs. As long as the drugs are steroids, meth now apparently because of clavicular, crazy. And I think you can do cocaine. I think they're okay with that one. But they think smoking weed is lazy and drinking alcohol is going to destroy your brain. But Jim Skin was very relieved after being told he's not part of the Manosphere streamers.
Okay, two things to you.
Go on.
Number one.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. It appeals to the Manosphere audience for sure.
Best knife and fork skills in the game.
Oh, you're the second person that told me about the knife and fork skills.
No, wait. Second thing, I love your streams because it's all positivity. There's no like toxic manosphere stuff. I really appreciate
Hey,
that.
thank you. That means so much to me, yeah? I really do appreciate that.
Okay,
have a great day, yeah? And you?
too.
What is your name?
Sophia.
I'm Jack. Right, Sophia, have a great day, yeah?
Right.
Thank you, darling.
Bye.
Sweet, yeah. Down a bit.
Also, there's all these different pages that have been doing this that put up all these like long. Have you guys seen these on Instagram? They'll have these like super long captions under the post, and it's meant to like keep engagement going. So like you keep the video playing while you're reading it, so it does like 30, 40 plays. It'll loop it a bunch of times. Jim Skin, whose real name is Jack, is a powerhouse British social media personality and fitness icon who has effectively transformed the streets of London into a global digital stage. Born in 1994, the 31-year-old creator skyrocketed into international fame by masterfully blending high-intensity fitness culture with IRL, in real life, live streaming. What a guy. Jim Skin, Jack. And then we have Apez Follow Koba. We haven't talked about our boy in a while. He's still good. And he's talking about the Looksmaxxers too.
Imagine believing in slut shaming just because you got finessed by these red-pilled influencers. These Looksmaxxers that take testosterone and combine it with other drugs so they could be still good. The fake way. The fake muscle way, all gassed up in their head thinking that, yo, I gotta look a certain way in the face. I gotta be a certain height. I gotta have a certain physique in order to succeed in the relationship realm with females. In order to succeed in the financial and social realms. Imagine thinking that you gotta look smacks to be still good before developing a proper mental, a proper heart, a proper lifestyle. Imagine that. Imagine feeding into all this garbage and then slut shaming shorties. Imagine that. Imagine that. Just imagine it. And after you done imagining it, come to the realization that you need none of that garbage. You don't gotta subscribe to it, King. The only thing you gotta subscribe to is believing in yourself. Believing in yourself and staying disciplined to whatever goal you have so you could be still good.
I just realized he in his caption he said, "Please, I'm itching too." y'all go spam clavicular or whatever team he has and get us both in the ring so I can Donkey Kong.
Always remember that.
Always remember that. What a guy. Imagine that. But after you done imagining that, it's time to get back to it. Day 4, no bleezy, no casa. Day 3, food fast. Looksmaxxer gets you nowhere. He's right. One thing I hate from Instagram is checkmark accounts go to the top, so it takes longer to see what normal people are saying about a video. Is that true? I guess I always just kind of scroll through a bit, because most of the time the ones that are all the way at the top anyways are people just promoting their own accounts, being like, whoa, that's crazy. I can't believe that the Apple gift cards actually worked. The links in your bio actually worked. Thanks for the $200. Like, it's always stuff like that. So I always just scroll down immediately. And then there was this I saw. This was pretty funny. This wasn't funny, actually. So I'm gonna show this first. Trump reveals military is building massive complex under new White House ballroom. Let's not forget who else liked himself a little bunker. What did they call it? The Führer bunker, the Führer bunker. What was it before that? The Vor bunker or something? They built something before, it was before it became Hitler's, like, it was a different bunker before and they built upon it, right? Something like that. So maybe this is just this is the pre-bunker. We haven't seen the real one yet. This is fucking crazy. And it just, like, it shows you, right? They wanted to do this whole thing. Oh, we're building this ballroom. The ballroom's only, it's for these events. Oh, doesn't it make sense? It's all, oh, there's so many good reasons for it. And now we just so happen to be building a massive complex underneath it. Just so happens. Well,
now the military is building a big complex under the ballroom, which has come out recently because of a stupid lawsuit that was filed. But the military is building a massive complex under the ballroom, and that's under construction, and we're doing very well. So we're ahead of schedule. That's part of it. And the ballroom essentially becomes a shed for what's being built under.
The difference is most people have bunkers to escape to. This implies this isn't even a bunker. This is a complex, and with the implication being for strategizing and other things. Which I do think is somewhat different. But building bunkers in general definitely doesn't aid in any good feelings and any goodwill coming from the public, for sure.
Under the military, including from drones and including from any other thing. The glass on the windows, you see the big windows, the glass is extremely thick. It's high-grade bulletproof glass, so all of the windows are bulletproof. I think the Times wrote to you, some of the windows are fake. We have no fake windows. They talked about a stairway in the south. We don't have a stairway in the south. That was replaced a long time ago. But this is a view of it from the north, and that's
They're saying there are fake windows. There's no hallway in the south. I'm trying to remember what the claim was. I feel like that was a while ago, wasn't it? That I feel like he's almost saying what they said, that it was feeding into the. Let me look that up real quick, because it was fake windows. Fake windows, blocked views, and stairs leading nowhere. How Trump. This is just fucking random. All of it's gonna get overshadowed now by all these other articles. Whatever, I don't care that much, honestly. It's all fucking just ridiculous. Isn't the Situation Room made exactly for this purpose? Yeah, that's what I mean, is it's just so. I mean, they haven't been clear about anything throughout the beginning of this presidency, and I literally saw somebody in the comments. I saw somebody in a comment section. Gas by me is $5 a gallon. It's $5 a gallon. And I saw somebody in one of these comment sections just going, yeah, just wait until a couple months when it's $2.30. Trump's been saying that it's under $2 or it's under $3 since like the beginning of this presidency. And even then it was like only at $3 at like the lowest amount. I'm just like, bro, these people, and it's because some people think for themselves. I don't think all conservatives are like, oh, just MAGA brain, yada, yada, yada. But I do think that there are too many people that just want to be told what to believe and are willing to just clap along. Hey, everybody, just clap along. Everybody cheer. Everybody go, yay, whoa, whoa, whoa. And this is a perfect example of that. Things get awkward at CPAC because crowd cheers for Trump impeachment hearings. And it's because, like, these people don't understand what the actual, like, steps are, the ways that, like, these actions take effect. All they care about is like speaking loudly and having a voice. When the voice is just, yeah, again, just cheering. Ugh. It's $6 near me. Thanks, California, for the special blends. Ugh. See, I knew it was worse in California too. I'm in Arizona, and I just knew it was. I knew it was bad. You know what was weird? When I was in California once, it was like deep downtown LA though. I found like super cheap gas. It was just like one gas station was super cheap comparatively to everywhere else. Because then I was staying in Redondo Beach. We were in Redondo Beach. And I was thinking like gas out there would probably, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. I was thinking like, oh, it shouldn't be too bad, but it was like almost $1 difference. And I was like, I was very confused. Yeah, my cheap gas station used to be $3.99. Now it's $5.50. I will say there was a good minute where we were paying like $3.30, I want to say, a gallon. We were paying like relatively cheap, like maybe $3.20. Like it went down a good bit because there was a special gas station that I used to go to that was like doing competitive pricing for all the nearby gas stations. So it had like everything like 30 to 40 cents cheaper on average. And it's just like, even now, it's still just ridiculous. Their prices have even gone up crazy. It's $1.51 per liter.
How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. That was the wrong answer. Let me try it again. How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. Can someone bring some coffee out for the...
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do the conversion for this. 151 per liter. So I think that for you, it would be like 5? Something like that? Fed tax on gas here is 18 cents, whereas California tax is 60 cents. Ooh. Oh my god. Yeah, hive mind is falling. No, yeah, it's just crazy. That clip was crazy, Captain. Yo, that was crazy. No, it's just insane because legitimately they need to be told what to think because all they hear is they hear impeachments. They hear this and they're like, yes, big things. This guy seems like he's excited about it even though he was doing it in jest.
And no,
I know. How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. That was the wrong answer. Let me try it again. How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. Can someone bring some coffee out for the...
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, each state themselves has a lot of impact on gas prices too. Yeah, that is true. But even, I was wanting to see this. AAA was doing a fuel chart. Let me check. Let me see if they've updated it. Here we go. Today's AAA national average is $4, $3.99 price as of, so in Arizona it's $4.67, $5.87 in California is the average. Fucking insane. In Washington, Idaho. So what are our lowest right now? That'd be these. The light blue. Or the dark blue is the lowest. Everybody, it's time to move to Iowa. Time to move to Kansas and Iowa. I always knew it was coming. This is different from the last time I looked at it. Okay, yeah, so here's the comparative. So the current average, $3.99 for regular. A year ago's average was $3.51 or $3.15. The regular unleaded price, the highest record was in 2022, and it was $5.16. So, I mean, if things keep moving in the way that they're moving, I think we'll probably reach that at some point. North Carolina, where's my my skills? There it is. I was right. I was trying to think of my map skills again. I was like, think. I went, not the Dakotas. My brain literally went, not the Dakotas. North Carolina is 375. Oh, in Belgium, it's 729. Oh my God. Ooh. Gasoline too. Again, this is just the average though. So that means that there are prices that are higher and prices that are lower. Same for all of these. So I mean, if this is the average in California, I'd hate to see what the highest end of that is, right? Highest. What? Some Los Angeles stations charging nearly $9 per gallon, 871 reported. Where is this? What? Dude, like, oh my God, I'll just read it through. Sorry, guys. Can't read the Los Angeles Times. They don't want me to. Oh my God, whatever. It says 871. That's all I need to see. LA is a godless place confirmed. Just all of these prices, $9 or $8, or even if we're going anywhere over $5. Like when you said what was it, $9 you said, or $7.92? $7.92. It's like, bro, I'm pulling the bike out. I gotta pull the bike out again. I'm gonna build myself a bike. I don't even have a bike right now. Looks like I'm skating everywhere. I'm about to turn my skateboard into an electric skateboard through willpower. I'm about to take all of the old vape batteries that I have, all of the lithium batteries, and turn them into a battery pack. It's the only way. But this is something to take the edge off. A little message for everybody.
You're into bodybuilders, but have you ever thought about messing with the intelligence builder like me? So basically, I build my intelligence, I get smarter every day. Okay, you're into bodybuilders, but have you ever thought about messing with the intelligence builder like me? So basically, I build my intelligence, I get smarter every day. Okay, you're into bodybuilders, but have you ever thought about messing with the intelligence builder?
Gas is just one more place they can apply pressure to the masses. Make sure you make some time to hug your loved ones, play cards with friends, or something free. Visit the spring market. That's the thing I've been saying, is you don't see people laying out in the grass as much anymore. You know what I mean? We need more people talking about what shapes the clouds are. I know it seems like that's a fruitless endeavor, but it's like if we're being so physically bogged down, we need to try and escape in whatever mental ways we possibly can. You know, every once in a while, even if you still have something on a headphone, you're listening to music or a podcast or something else, just take some time to stare at the wall. Take some time to do something. At night, take some deep breaths. Whatever you can. We need more whimsy out here for real, exactly. I make my stream go touch grass. It's the only way you can handle it, honestly. See, I do it every once in a while. I don't like it, but the sun, No, I do like going for walks here and there, just getting out, feeling the fresh air. It's getting hot though again. And in Arizona, that's a real heat. So my walks are I'm a sweaty guy too, so just have to take it as it comes, I suppose. But what do we think of this? Treating asthma of a cat. This is how you treat asthma for a cat, I guess. You just gotta hyperbaric chamber them real quick. If your cat has asthma, you put them in the hyperbaric chamber, and then they breathe it in. It's an inhalant. From what I saw in the comments, people are saying the two methods for if your cat has asthma is an injection that you can give them. So you either inject them or you put them in the chamber. Hotbox the cat real quick. Do cats have cannabinoid receptors? Yes, cats do have endocannabinoid receptors with both CB1 and CB2 cannabinoid receptors located throughout their brain, central nervous system, and body. Cats have a higher concentration of these receptors in their brain compared to humans, making them more sensitive and susceptible to the toxicity from THC. So remember that. Which it can lead to severe disorientation or distress. Don't give your cats weed the same way you give your dogs weed. No. I had a friend whose dog got old, and when the dog got old, to help with its joints and stuff, he'd blow smoke on it. He'd be smoking, and every once in a while, he'd just give it a little blow past him, and it's just like, the dog's 15. I think he'll be okay. And honestly, the dog liked it. The dog would come over. The dog would be like, "You're smoking again? Hey, buddy, come on." So take it for what you will. It's the same thing as when I forget who it was. There was some person who was talking about giving their dog people food. And people always tell them, like, don't give your dog people food. I was like, my dog's 17 and 19. My dogs are 17 and 19. Bong noise, what? What? You've never heard of people getting their dog high? It's more common than you'd think. Dogs have a lot of joint problems. But here we go. Moving away from the goofs and gaffs. Hasan once again conflates Jewish identity with Zionism. Claims Jewish students are acting for Israel. This is just crazy. I mean, again, I think that if not anything else, Hasan is at the very least diminishing his own credibility to speak on Israel when you just use the Israeli government as like a catch-all, and you use it so flagrantly for all, like, any Jewish person, any like Israeli diaspora, like just anybody outside of Israel, that is, like any Israeli person, just anything. It's just ridiculous. Even anybody in Israel to be like, oh, these people are hating me while in Israel, it's just because they support the Israeli government. That also isn't, like, those things aren't mutually inclusive. Was that how you'd say that? Because mutually exclusive means that they exist outside of each other. Would you just say mutually inclusive to mean they exist inside of each other, or would you take away the mutually? Or maybe no. That would, okay. Whatever. Let's just hear the clip. Sorry. Thinking of etymology?
MSU newspaper, student newspaper, Jewish student groups deeply troubled by upcoming campus visit by Hasan Piker. Popular leftist commentator was stumped with Abdul El Sayed's U.S. Senate campaign. A group representing Jewish students at Michigan State University. Dude, I'm sorry. Okay? I can't take this sincerely. It's just like whenever Israel feels threatened, they launch a multi-pronged approach. Okay? They launch a multi-pronged approach, and it's fucking utter nonsense. Okay? These fucking Jewish student groups are not doing this because they're, like, sincerely afraid. Okay? They're just doing it because they have the name Jewish slapped onto it, but...
Jewish?
They're just doing it because they have the name Jewish slapped onto it, but they're actually there to defend the interest.
It's wild he says this because these Hasan types are the same people to say that Zionists conflate Jews with Israel. Oh, the irony, lol.
Sorry, I was still processing my, I need to change this back. My bad. It's wild. He says. It's wild. He says this because people like Hasan. I seem to say. Yeah, that's exactly the irony. Is that Hasan is exactly that person that says that whenever that conflation is made, that those are the true anti-Semitic people. Those are the real. Like, I don't know. It's just Hasan's biggest argument is always just a no you, right? I mean, that's what it always comes down to, right? It's just like, hey, I don't conflate. Oh, okay, they think I'm bad for Jewish people. No, they're bad for Jewish people. They're bad. Like, that's basically his main argument every single time. Is they're all just in support of Israel. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, he doesn't even just do it for Jewish people. He does it for black people. He does it for women. He does it for the LGBTQ community. He does it for everybody. Any marginalized group, any person from a marginalized group is a bad advocate when compared to Hasan.
Of Israel. That's it. Okay? They're just doing it because they have the name Jewish slapped onto it, but they're actually there to defend the interests of Israel. That's it.
If South Park were actually cool, they would have made fun of Hasan for shocking his dog. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where it is still a bit niche, to where I feel like for sure Matt and Trey definitely knew about it. Like, they seem to be pretty tapped in with modern culture, modern internet culture and stuff. So I don't know. I feel like they for sure heard about it, and I feel like the reason they didn't do it wouldn't have been because they're afraid of the backlash that they could get. You know what I mean? They showed Muhammad. I don't think Matt and Trey necessarily care that much. I think that it is just more of maybe thinking about if people would understand what the joke is. Because would they have done it? Because that's the thing I was trying to think about. Because creating Trump, right? The Trump thing, I think, also kind of works out because they can kind of build that back into... Because basically they're making it a parallel of Trump is like Saddam Hussein. Like, that's the whole thing that they did in South Park. And I feel like it works contextually in within South Park as they tell stories. Because, like, they got rid of the whole Mr. Garrison thing. They removed that whole element of it. And then they brought in Saddam Trump, who, again, he looks Canadian. Why are Saddam and Trump both Canadian? I think it's because Saddam was first shown in that episode about Canada, about him running Canada or something. But it's because Trump is Saddam Hussein. But I do think that they could have worked it in some way. Like, what they should... I mean, I guess they just didn't have any... Because the thing is I don't think it would have worked having a Hasan caricature in South Park. The same way that they did with Pirate Software's dad. I forget, I don't actually know what his name is. But Pirate Software's dad was the WoW guy, and they did him on South Park. And I feel like that was more of a generational meme, where, like, making a caricature of Hasan. And maybe they also saw what happened when they did it with Charlie Kirk. They're like, no, Charlie Kirk liked it too much. And then Charlie Kirk got assassinated, and they thought, maybe we'll just stick to Trump for a bit. I make cartoons like OG South Park. I feel like the Trump Hasan. I feel like the Trump Saddam. I feel like the Trump Saddam is lazy writing. How so? Because here's the thing. I don't think that it's a bad idea, but they definitely handled it lazily throughout the season. Is that kind of what you mean? We're just talking about South Park now, for anybody that doesn't know about this. Because I think that South Park, like, it would work if they would lean more into that of not just Trump replacing Saddam, but if they tried to build out, like, Trump being the Saddam character in South Park. So it's like, it's not even necessarily supposed to be Trump. It's just like Saddam in, like, whatever. Because that's all it's meant to be, right? Is it's just mocking modern culture and society and politics and whatever. He's more famous in political spaces and has some background character mainstream appearances. Yeah, Hasan isn't that famous. But again, like, I think that it's not just that he's not that famous, it's that he wouldn't have the reference, like the same reference nature, where you see the wow guy, you know exactly what that's referencing. Hasan isn't necessarily the same. Yeah, it's lazy because they took an older character and just replaced him with Trump. See, I think that the parallels make sense when you consider like the ways that Saddam acted within his country and like not just through the destabilization, but through like the uplifting of the erecting of monuments and stuff in his honor and things like that. And so I think that it, like I'm saying, I agree with you that it was done lazily, but I think it could have been done well conceptually. But to each their own, so.
That's it. It's fucking ridiculous.
So I guess you're right. It is lazy. I'll give you that. Yeah, it is lazy. I guess I don't disagree with that part. Sorry.
Ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I know I got Jewish Hasanabi heads at MSU.
He's just saying that randomly too, like with no evidence of that. Just be like, I know I have, like, that's so specific too. That's such like a specific niche to be like, I know for a fact there are students at MSU that are my fans that are Jewish. I can say that for 100% certainty. Like, why even try and make that claim? Because that's also just like, that doesn't go against what they're saying. Those two things can be true. It's the same way that all these fucking idiots that go like, Hitler actually had a Jewish driver. Did you know Hitler's private chauffeur was Jewish? Yeah, and Himmler was like, hey, yo, we just fucking did his background check, and that dude's, he's not fully German. He's not Aryan. He's a Jew. Hitler, what do you want to do with him? I think that he needs to be kicked out of the SS. And Hitler said, nah. Honorary Aryan. Which basically just shows that it's like it was all in the pursuit of hatred. There was no legitimacy to the actual cause. Like there was no just cause that was happening. Yeah, it's just so dumb. It's literally that. It is that though. But Hitler had a Jewish driver. He didn't hate Jewish people. You're dumb. I'm sorry, but people who say stuff like that, it's like, you're dumb. It was in the, I saw that comment in the CPAC video that we saw.
It's so fucking annoying.
You're right, Hasan. It is so fucking annoying. It is so annoying to be
stoic.
Had to hit him with that one because he is the...
Go watch Turkish iDubbbz stream.
I need to just have it say Turkish iDubbbz. He said it enough where I think I can get another one that just says Turkish iDubbbz. But now we move into some H3 stuff. So let me get a good little... Let me move myself back over. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that moving on music. How's this one? That one works too. Whatever. A bonk and a cheer? The best of both worlds. Thanks, man. I'm glad you get my point. Trey and Matt have a lot going on with Casa Bonita, so I understand why they would go back and revamp the Saddam stuff. It's easy, quick, and kind of funny, but lazy. Yeah, I see what you're saying, for sure. Because, yeah, it could have been done. They could have put a lot more energy into that aspect of the series, for sure. Instead of just being... The joke was literally... It wasn't just like, he's Saddam. The literal joke is just, Trump's fucking the devil. Trump's fucking the devil. Trump's fucking the devil. Like, it's basically the whole joke that they were trying to make. Trump's fucking the devil. Trump's fucking Satan. Trump's fucking Satan. Sorry, I need to say it like that. That makes more sense. He is just Satan in the show. He's not called the devil. Trump's fucking Satan. Trump's fucking Satan? Trump's fucking Satan. It didn't make as much sense when I was using the devil. But this is Ethan's this is actually part of Hasan's stuff too. So my bad. I think this is in reference to what we just saw, yeah? Right?
MSU newspapers?
Yes, okay. Had to make sure that was right clip. Ethan IG update, two parts. Awesome posts. Great work to our boy. And Ethan said this in response to that Hasan clip we just saw. The rules are: 1, Hasan is not anti-Semitic. 2, if Jewish people are accused of being anti-Semitic, it's only because they are Zionist. 3, Hasan only hates Zionists, not Jews. Question: what's a Zionist? Answer: Jewish person that Hasan doesn't like. Or a Jewish person that doesn't like Hasan. I think you could probably say that's interchangeable. A Jewish person that doesn't like Hasan, or a Jewish person that Hasan doesn't like. Either of those probably work in this context. But don't believe me? Find one Jewish person that is critical of Hasan who wasn't immediately smeared as a Zionist. Name one. I gotta be honest though, Ethan, it would also be weird to be keeping track of how many Jewish people Hasan's talking to. Like, I can't think of how many Jewish people Hasan's talked to. I can't think of how many black people Hasan's talked to. I can't think of how many women Hasan's talked to. He's talked to different people. Or people that have talked critically about him, I suppose. A lot of people talk about Hasan. I guess there probably is at least one, but Hasan probably just hasn't seen them yet. But here's something that's interesting. I'm going to blend in here for a second. I'm purple. So, oh no, I said it. I broke the illusion. We're just blending in now, though. It's fine. I went to green for a minute. Honestly, I kind of like the color changing. Color shifting. If I'm feeling sick. Ugh. If I'm getting angry. Just be extremely sunburned. I was outside for too long. Or be sad. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. And we're back. I am like a chameleon. Ready to go. I'm telling you, any type of marginalized group, Hasan might hate you. He doesn't hate the group. Hasan loves all marginalized groups. He just hates all the individuals within them. What don't you guys understand? But this is an interesting thing. Someone who put this little chart together. Thank you so much, Dice Hands. Dice Hands? Is this Andrew Dice Clay? The Dice Man. And they said, given all the excitement that David let me try that again. Given all the excitement from David getting Ethan's watch, David winning Ethan's watch, I thought it would be a good time to review the race for the Rolex. So I made this in Canva over the weekend. If you don't know, a few years back, Ethan promised the crew a Rolex if they stayed with the podcast for 10 years. So I created this graphic to check in on the progress. We didn't forget, Ethan. We did not forget. I do remember those old lyrics. I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. I was green, I would die. Honestly, maybe that is the lyrics. You don't want to be green. Nobody wants to be green. But here we see Ethan Klein said, quoted, verbatim, if you make it to 10 years on the podcast, I will buy you a Rolex. Ethan Klein. They don't have a year stamped here, so. But anyways, this is the H3 podcast, Race for the Rolex. Dan is currently in the lead. He should be getting his Rolex next year. He will have his 10-year anniversary of being on the H3 podcast, now H3 show. Even though Ethan said that it's a podcast again, but it's the best of both worlds, truly. But Ian, he gave up his spot. His placement was gone, and I think that you don't like, you know, reclaim your position if you get rehired. I think you restart from the beginning. He was right there. He was so close. He was so close. I mean, I know it's been it's been a few years at this point, right? Since Ian's been gone? Damn. How long has it been since Ian's been gone? Wait, when did... Just Google this real quick. Oh, it was only a year ago. Okay. It was exactly a year ago, actually. For some reason, it feels longer. Oh, how the time flies. But he's got a lot done in a year. Wow. Big ups to Ian. Almost 2 years. Well, I just saw a post that was from a year ago. Maybe that was showing... Here, wait, let me pull this up again. Let me make sure I'm not reading this wrong. Maybe I misread it when I pulled it up for myself real quick. Oh, no, yeah, right here. 53 weeks ago. Yesterday was my last day at H3. Thank you to everyone. Wow, in a year. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how much he's gotten done. But, so that's Ian. Zach is 2028. He's got 2 years to go. Then we got AB in 2030. Lena in 2031. Oh, I guess Love doesn't get one. Only Fat Love gets one. Interesting. Fat Love gets a Rolex before Love. Interesting. But so Lena and Love get one in 2031. And then Olivia and Cam, both of them also would have gotten one in 2031. Oh, and Sam. Olivia, Cam, and Sam all would have gotten their Rolex in 2031 as well. But no. No. They've left. They've gone. And then we have Nate, our next in line at 2034. And then Tom, also in 2034. And then we have Tamara in 2035. David, also in 2035. And Morgan in 2035. So it's those three in 2035. But as you can see here, David's already reached one milestone by collecting one of Ethan's watches. I think that everybody else needs to step up their game a little bit. Start collecting those watches one by one. And then you get your 10-year Rolex as well on top of it. And then you know, David's going to be he's going to be double watched up in a few years, in 10 years, but still by then he'll look like a real seasoned gent. And then lastly, we have Harley and Guam in 2036, 10 years away. Some birds aren't meant to be caged. What do they say? If you love something, set it free. And if it was truly meant to be, it'll come back to you, or something along those lines. Fun fact, if each remaining crew member got a Rolex, Ethan would owe nearly $150,000 in watches. Great moves, keep it up. To be fair though, $150,000 over the course of 10 years? That dude's a fucking millionaire, am I right? Am I right, everybody? Let's go. I can guarantee that watch is no longer in David's possession by now. More power to him. He should be able to sell it if he wants. I mean, honestly, what I would do is, I also thought this was funny. They changed it like 3 times, betting my $10,000 watch. Then Teddy said AB. Teddy said Mr. Beast. You see how I got that mixed up? Teddy said Mr. Beast would have had a higher number there. He would have said 100,000. He would have said $1 million. My $1 million watch. But Ethan, they went from $10,000 during the show. It said $15,000, and then they raised it up again to $20,000. I didn't know people were making, offers on it. That's kind of interesting. People were making offers on it during the show. I guess it's because it's owned by Ethan Klein. Buying everyone a rainbow Daytona from the chart would cost Ethan around $12 million. Well, that's why they gave him a generous estimate of all of the lowest price. It's just the lowest price Rolex, all of them. They all get the lowest priced Rolex. Because how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Rolexes to give out. He hasn't given out a single one yet. All he's given out is his, you said it, what is it called? IWC Engineer? Is that it? The Engineer? Interesting. But yes, now we all wait. We've all got the time. You know, they've all got the stopwatch ticking. The stopwatch, the timer set. My God, I'm too tired. I'm drunk. Come up with all the excuses. So now we're gonna move into something a little bit different. So this is tea. This is coming from Ratashooty, or Ratashooty, sorry. Don't know which one it is. Ratashooty or Ratashooty? Or Rat Taz Shooty. Or Rat to Shooty. Oh, is it Rat to Shooty? Interesting. But this is tea. Everyone who worked on Beetlejuice the musical hated Moses. I have a friend in New York who does theater and knows some people who worked on Beetlejuice. When that show was running, I obviously had to ask what they said about Trisha. People had nice things to say about her in terms of how she acted backstage, which I think is because she's not the big fish in that situation, but absolutely ripped into Moses. He would crash cast parties and show up all the time at the theater when he wasn't supposed to. Multiple women said he gave them the creeps. The thing that I think is the funniest is that this is all from people who are not online whatsoever and don't know anything about Trisha and definitely don't know about Moses. He was a public menace, and consistently people immediately started talking shit about how they didn't like him as soon as they were asked about Trisha. Very low stakes tea, but I thought it was funny. I can provide proof privately if mods want. Don't want to out my friend. Big ups. Oh, rat to shoe tie. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I think you're right. The rat to shoe tie. Oh, is that what they did? That estimate was if they all bought the same watch they gave to David? Okay. And that's not a Rolex. What's the cheapest Rolex you can get? So he could pay less than that, I think. The Oyster Perpetual is only $6,100. So what, less than 100? It's not too bad. Maybe if he buys them all insurance and stuff. You got it at that point, right? The Chrono 24 is what Ethan uses. Okay, and you can get them pre-owned for cheaper. Yeah, that makes sense. Everybody's getting a pre-owned piece of shit Rolex that's fucking been smashed on the ground. Yeah, I told you. But here we go. So this is interesting. Oh wait, I guess I'll do that first because we heard Moses being kind of weird, being creepy, people didn't like him. That was all rat to shoe ties accusations. Those are not coming from me. I don't know. I've never met Moses. I've never met anybody that met Moses. All I've done is watch his water videos. Kind of boring. That's as much as I can say.
I think that's good feedback. He once DM'd a catfish that my pussy stank.
Say that again?
He once DM'd a fake girl that he never met that was a catfish that we found out was catfishing him with fake photos. She was actually a big fat bitch from Chicago and was catfishing him as a skinny supermodel. And he texted her, Trisha's pussy smelled so bad, I'd never desire sex with her.
There's a few things to unpack here. First of all, That's a crazy thing to tell anybody. But that's an especially crazy thing to tell somebody that you're trying to, like, you know, get with in some way. Because regardless of the cheating aspect, let's say they were broken up, even if they're like broken up, being like, yo, I was with this girl, ugh. Like, you think that a woman's gonna find that attractive that you're speaking so callously about somebody else? Like, some women might, but I feel like those are more few and far between, and those are also the type of women that, like, you don't really want to be around. I never desire sex with her. Moses isn't a real person. You know what? The way she said it too, I feel like that's a verbatim what it was.
Say that again.
He once DM'd a fake girl that he never met that was a catfish that we found out was catfishing him with fake photos. She was actually a big fat bitch from Chicago and was catfishing him as a skinny supermodel. And he texted her, Trisha's pussy smelled so bad, I'd never desire sex with her.
We love a guy who's honest, don't we? I feel like Moses is also the type of guy to be like, your vagina smells bad. And then when they go, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He go, I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Act like you can just move on from there. But then someone posted this. Nessa Pie posted this. Somehow everyone forgot that they truly are two peas in a pod.
Everybody said
it
literally.
was not public.
What are you guys talking about specifically?
The arm thing.
How did people get photos of it? I didn't.
That's a pretty big bruise. I honestly did forget about this. I forgot about this whole thing.
After you said it on the podcast, that account was like, now that it's out on the podcast, I'm going to post these photos. My boyfriend got catfished by someone, said something about an altercation we had that nobody knew.
I feel a little better and try to have chicken soup or pho tonight. Got some tea update. I got small tea update. Oh, really? And what happened? She called a couple of times yesterday and texted. This was my reply. I'm trying to see what that other... Okay, that's what this is. Oh, so this was her. She texted him, will you call me? And then he sent the image of his bruise back to her as like a, look what you did, I want to talk to you right now. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure I understood the context of these images.
On the podcast, I'm going to post these photos. My boyfriend got catfished by someone, said something about an altercation we had that nobody knew. Ethan brought it up on the podcast. That makes me look like I'm a domestic abuse, like I'm a person that hits my partner. Don't put that in the thing. What does he do? He puts it in the fucking thing.
Wait,
it was
hold
never
on.
it was never fucking public.
Well, maybe you shouldn't hit him.
I hit him last summer, and it doesn't matter the circumstances. Like, I hit him, and that gets thrown in my face all the time.
Yeah, it popped up real quick, as it should. I mean, here's the thing. You don't need to be a domestic abuser. You don't need to be a whole domestic abuser to commit domestic abuse. But whenever you commit domestic abuse, you are acting as a domestic abuser. We can separate these things. We can have a little bit of nuance that he got you so mad, but like, I don't know how much that really helps.
And it's fine, but I'm not a domestic abuser.
Yeah, but all these messages too. I have been feeling like crap for so long. Really? Why? Well, since I met T. Really? She made you feel like crap? It was... Here, I'll try and do some voices. I'll just do some weird voices for this. She probably made you feel like crap. It was also draining dealing with someone like that has that many issues. And her emotions are so up and down. Draining and stressful. And disappointed myself. I don't judge myself. Got to move on. But that is how I felt. I'm just realizing it all now. Oh, I'm not saying that you judged her, but it's literally facts. She is draining to deal with but youth. But okay. And put you through a lot of BS. Sorry, that was confusing. It's hard to do a voice while reading text because people text so poorly. She has gone after me multiple times with a knife since we've been together. The abuse I go through day with T is bad. I wish I could leave now. She is so controlling. Everything I say or do is wrong. She's so abusive. She hit me in the eye last week and punched me in the stomach. The bruises on my arms and legs are almost healed now, though. It is scary. Every day I'm scared for my life. I'm not allowed to talk to my family unless she is there listening to the full conversation, and seeing them is just out of the question. I will get back to you when I can. This is the worst relationship I've ever been in. Sorry, what were these? Coming over. On the No Holds Barred episode of the Dish with Trish, where Trisha admitted to getting with Moses only to spite Ethan. Then in the episode, Trisha proceeds to read Moses's leaked DMs, sexting with other women, and exposes him as a liar and a fraud.
Well, I think I have to see it first. I have to see.
I actually think it's like so funny. It's funny because you're laughing. Okay. Well, I guess we can put it. It's Patreon. It's fine. I don't think we need it.
talked about it in a Patreon one.
This is a funny. It's July 2020. I mean, I can like send it in the thing, but
you're right. It's giving Malibu being mischievous.
Definitely,
100%.
yes, that is what it is.
Yes. It's too funny.
It's so funny. He literally just jumped over the fence and got the keys to the show where
the
he
way
comes
that
back.
you look back as you're running away, like, oh,
I know. I was like, oh, I just did something. Oh, then there's Moses coming back off the fence. He's
So
jumping back.
agile.
I know, literally. I was like, okay, work. That's so funny. I'm so far okay. If I can't find it in 2 seconds, I'm over looking for this. But I know it's like,
Well, I think I have to see it first. I have to see.
Ethan's sick. You're joking. These motherfuckers. Let me take a look. Where is it? Did they post it on the H3 Instagram, or is it just on the YouTube? No, 3 minutes ago. How could you? Important schedule change for today. Hey guys, it's over here. Well, I guess there's another arrow, so it's fine. You get away with it this time. Hey everyone, Ethan woke up sick today, so unfortunately no main show. But After Dark will still be going live, and it might go live a bit earlier than usual. We'll keep you guys updated in our stories. There's no stories! No! Oh. Well, I guess I'll just keep going for a bit. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine.
If they wouldn't let you hang out with the opposite sex. Put a finger down if they wouldn't let you like certain people's photos. Put a finger down if they got mad if you didn't respond in 5 minutes. Put a finger down if they ever forced you sexually. Put a finger down if you got to keep your location services on. Put a finger down if they threaten to kill themselves if you tried to break up with them. Put a finger down if they've called you names. Put a finger down if they called you overly sensitive, but really they were just being mean. And lastly, put a finger down if they've ruined your life.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I think all around, like I said, she's an abuser, he's like a cheater, and like and I was also talking to fans from the H3 show, so he's a bit of a scumbag too. Again, two peas in a pod in a sense. Crazy. This was pretty crazy. So this was also pretty insane. Tamara supports immigrant euthanasia? What? She got loved. She truly got loved.
Can I express my support for immigrant euthanasia? I support the immigrant euthanasia.
She got pretty bad. Love at least gets the pass because it's like it's a second language, like it's not his native tongue, so he like it makes sense that he wouldn't necessarily hear it maybe the first time and saying it. But she literally just said it out straight. She said it quick too. She said it with a speed.
I support the immigrant euthanasia.
Fucking hell. Oh, my broken headphones fell off. For those who don't understand what she's actually saying, the immigrant youth in Asia. The immigrant youth population within Asia.
I don't know anything about that, but I support it. Whatever it means. Wait, no, I don't support the immigrant euthanasia.
The fact she's not getting it. The fact.
Wait, why are people saying no? Don't say that. Wait, why are people saying that? Wait. Immigrant youth. Oh my God. Okay. Ha ha ha. Very funny. The immigrant euthanasia.
The way she didn't even get it at first, she was acting like she understood it. She was acting like she understood it.
Okay. Ha ha ha. Very funny.
She had to think about it again. She went, wait.
The immigrant euthanasia.
That final frame. She straight sway jacked at the end. That was pretty great. And then this was pretty funny too. Tamara is literally Ethan 2016 incarnate. I think so. She definitely has Ethan energy. I think that's why it's definitely a good mix, good fit. I think her and Morgan working as like the minds, you know, and they're. I feel like they've basically taken over what Ian's job was. You know what I mean? It's like they've basically taken over in a way for Ian and Sam, and I feel like they've done a very good job at that. And they're where Ian and Sam were much more like production based. I think that Morgan and Tamara have much more of like a chaos base. You know what I mean? Like that chaos base feeds into the stuff a little bit more. Sorry, I just have this image sitting up on screen. This is what feet of a 10-week-old unborn baby taken in 1970. I made this sketch of what conservatives think a 6-week-old fetus looks like. Is that Ethan Klein? Is that? Yeah, she brings the chaotic menage a trois, exactly. Yes, Morgama is the energy the pod needed. I like that. Our new OTP, our new platonic OTP, Morgama. The name just works too well. And then I wanted to What was I think I just pulled this up because I was looking at it again and making sure there wasn't anything else I wanted to bring up. This was crazy. This was insane that Clavicular shot that alligator. Well, the abusive aspects are definitely a lot more crazy. I already knew Clavicular was a piece of shit though, so this was kind of like, I kind of would have expected something like this to happen, to like get a girl to fight another girl for him. Like that makes sense to me. But the shooting the dead alligator is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of crazy things. Because like I'm saying, like you can be a crazy, wacky person. You can do a lot of wacky things. But there's levels to this shit. Once you start smoking meth and shooting dead animals, I think we need to start questioning your thought process just a little bit. Tamargan sounds like toboggan. Tamargan or Morgama, what do we think? Clav was looking like he was wearing a diaper in the thumbnail? Oh, and this? Yeah, he does look like he's wearing a diaper. The short shorts are doing him dirty. Like, it's just so pointless, too. Like, there's no purpose in doing it. Because, like they were talking about, like, there's purpose in hunting and in, like, that I don't necessarily have a problem with. Again, there's ethical practices for hunting and the ways in which you do it. Going and shooting an animal that's already dead is just like what? Because to me, that doesn't even mean you're a psycho. It's like another level of it where it's like you're a cowardly psycho. You're a psycho with a level of cowardice or something too, because you're not even willing to put yourself in danger. You just want to, like, I guess that is just, it's true sociopathy. They don't understand themselves. They don't understand how insane they're being. Yeah, unloaded on it too. Didn't just shoot it, straight up unloaded on it. Logan Paul vibes. It is pretty Logan Paul coded. It is. Because like I'm saying is, yeah, they think they're in Red Dead Redemption 2. But even then, it's like, if you're in Red Dead Redemption 2, literally just shooting animals and leaving them dead, I'm questioning you a little bit as well. Like, if you're in GTA and you're purposefully like, yeah, you might hit pedestrians or whatever, but if you're truly like, oh, look at that dog, and you're shooting a dog, like, I'm gonna fucking look at you a little suspiciously. Like, it's kind of odd. It's kind of just a bit off. And it's not like those animals have, like, again, it's not like it's something of like, oh, those animals, they're so, look at them, they're real. Look at the puppy dog. But I'm just like, what, like, are you, like, what aspect are you getting off on? Like, I don't get it. I legit thought the alligator shooting thing was obviously clickbait. No. He legit unloaded on an alligator. I've seen the full video. I just like riding horses. They are real to me. My husband won't kill deer or dogs in one of his games because it makes him feel bad. Exactly. Well, that's what I mean, is it shouldn't break you. Like, if you're driving, you're in GTA and a dog or a coyote or something accidentally gets under your car and you're like, oh, like, I'm not going to be like, you're a monster. You should have been looking where you should have looked both ways. They were crossing. There's an Animal Crossing sign right there. But you know what I mean? I think that it's truly about, like, your intent. And if you have some kind of intention of, like, going out like, oh, you know, because again, like that thing of, I like letting out my frustration through video games. Oh, I have a hard day at work and I like to go around and play my game and, you know, just go in. But if you're going out and you're like, there's my boss, that guy looks like my boss, and you're gunning him down in a video game, that's different. That's definitely different, right? I think we can all agree on that. Hi guys, I haven't been able to join the live in months because of my new job. I'm so happy to be here. Well, I'm happy you joined in. Here's this for you. I'm sorry, I was doing the cheer for me, but I should be clapping. There's no episode today. Truly a sad life. But I do have one other unrelated video then that we can look at. This is something I just wanted to take a quick peek in. I don't know if we're going to watch the whole thing. I was just genuinely wondering what this was. So this is Spiritually Depraved and Misery-Inducing Landscapes of North America, Episode 1. Crime pays, but botany doesn't. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. Is this what you sent me earlier? I saw you sent this link earlier, and I completely forgot to click it. Send me that other link you were going to send me earlier, Fupa, or that you did send earlier, Fupa. I completely missed that one.
Name's Seiko.
So this is everybody that collects watches. Let's check this out real quick. Sorry. Then we'll get into botany.
Good to meet you. You actually just caught me cleaning that gauge nuts on my new age corticosteroid Oligarch 7 with the elephant tusk bevel band. It's got a pretty systematic snap switch and an isobarometric sapphire sequencer built in. Right now, this is my everyday watch, but I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for the Shugash Libido 34. Water resistant up to 3 centimeters dilated and has a chromostatic scorch setting on the rear side command module. For special occasions though, I'll add a rhino skin suave band to my Appaloosa Boba Psycho Sky in 84 nanometer. Just pops right off the wrist. I've had micro celebs drooling over my forearm at certain social events just due to its harmonic precision array. You should have seen.
Yeah, sorry, Z King. This one spoke to you a little too deeply. It hit you right in the chest. Hit you like a 45 straight to the chest.
The belch marks on this Chrono Loogie laser jet after I wore it to my sister Cassio's wedding last fall. I was this close to throwing on my Nebulite Plinko Sciaticon BLT, but I opted for something with a few more decimated intricacies. This last one.
See, I think the thing is that anybody that is like a specialist, anybody that specializes in any field, when you specialize within any field, you need to make sure that you figure out ways in which you can simplify your speech. You know what I mean? You want to make it more simplistic. You want to make it, you want to dumb everything down for the layman so that we too can understand what this shiny thing really is. Oh, it's millimeters. You're doing it in millimeters? I thought this was America.
My collection was a gift from my late grandfather that he bought during World War II. Prestige.
If it's in millimeters, you figure out how many centimeters that is and get back to me.
Prestigium Dr. Pepper Cat Scratch Mew Mew. Coolest thing about it, which was way ahead of its time, the precision oscillation core in emerald. It's incredibly rare. How are ya? Name's Seiko. Good to meet you. You actually just caught me cleaning that gauge nuts on my new age corticosteroid Oligarch 7 with.
You know, I think the problem is that there aren't enough watch guys. Like the watch, and here's the thing, if we get too many watch guys, then the watch market goes way up. And then those prices fucking skyrocket. So it's like you want it to be niche, but the watch guys want people to talk about their watches with. But it's like, I don't care. I don't care about your watch. I saw one of these with rock climbing jargon. I feel like I might have seen that. Rock climbers. Isn't that a quote? If you can't explain a subject in simple words, you don't understand it enough. Is that Mark Twain? Oh, it's Albert Einstein. That's an Einstein quote. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. But here, we're getting into botany now, guys. The craftsmanship is impressive, but I immediately disassociate to a different dimension. Here's the thing. Whenever someone talks about watches, the only thing people care about is it solar powered? Is it momentum power? I forget what they call it. What do they call it when you like, I shake it to make it work. Every time I walk, it's charging itself. Does it run on batteries? Those like, oh, is it, or you just call it self-winding, don't you? Self-winding. Is it self-winding? Does it run on a battery? What? Oh, does it have? Show me the face of it and be like, you see, it actually has the moon cycles. It has the this. But that's the thing is most like most of the high level watches don't have any cool shit on them. Their faces are basically just a basic ass face with then like added diamonds or like other stylistic effects, nothing that actually has any function. That's what pisses me off. I want my watch to have function to it. I want that watch to be telling me my fucking longitude and latitude.
Hey, this is Tony.
Oh, sorry, we're sorry. Kind of jumped right into Tony. Self-winding automatic. Well, you're a watch guy. You're not part of what I'm talking about. You're not part of the layman. Maybe I haven't seen enough watches. What, there are cool watches with cool faces? Maybe it's because I only see celebrities with watches and they never get the cool watches. So maybe you're right. When someone talks about Pokemon or Magic cards, I also zone out. Oh, I think I put my cards away. I have a bunch of like Fleer Ultra Marvel cards. I have an Apple Watch with a fake metal band. Okay. Now that's living large, if I do say so myself. That's what I'm saying, is watches are either too expensive, and then even those expensive ones are too cheap for the people that like expensive watches. If it's like if I want a $500 watch, then why not get a $10,000 watch? Oh. Okay, man. Sure. Why not get a $100,000? I think that's the thing though, is everybody jumps up too quickly. Everybody assumes high-end watches are all tens of thousands of dollars. You can get a nice one for a few grand, as if that's a low amount. I'm telling you, spending over like a few $100s for any piece of jewelry is the reason the markets are allowed to sell them for that high. They aren't worth shit. Diamonds and jewelry is completely pointless. We have lab made diamonds that are just as good, that work just fine. But it's that market. People like the price tag. People like a high tag, but then want it to be on sale. That's the thing. People want something that's cost $500, but it was $800. Hey, I'm not against jewelry. I have my chain's right here. Here, I'll put it on. This is that 925 of stainless silver. Or sterling silver, 925 is, I think. I know about jewelry. I only looked that up to see what that meant, because I saw the number on the chain. Yes. We tuck it though. We tuck it around. Oh, it's outside of the headphones. I've got my headphone cord caught in here. Oh no. Luxury goods are a way to hide assets, art, watches, bags, but there are a lot of craftsmen in watches. There are a lot of craftsmen in jewelries. There are a lot of, high-end jewelers that make some good stuff. Moon phase watches. See the price range on them? I'm telling you. So you can get some for like a little bit lower, a couple hundred, 200. Like, see, I think this is like a general range. I think under $1,000 for a watch makes sense to me. If I'm paying over $1,000, yeah, I better be fucking iced out looking crazy. But like, spending, I don't know what this brand is at all. This could be a good brand. This could be a shitty brand. $5,000 for such a generic watch. This is the most basic watch I've ever seen, even with the moon cycles. This is not worth $5,000. Like, it's just ridiculous. Tag is very respectable. Well, then my point stands even more so. Because this isn't a respectable price for such a basic watch. And I get it. Oh, they're good quality, they're this and that. But I mean, if you have a watch, right, shouldn't you be going to a watchmaker to get it like, get it tuned in a sense? You're paying for the movement inside it. Think about what you said. And again, I can respect them a little bit more in those cases. I can respect it a little bit more in those cases. Oh, it's self-winding. Oh, it does this. But even so, I'll fucking pay for the bunch of batteries that aren't going to cost me fucking it's not going to cost me $5,000 to replace the batteries all the time. You know what I mean? No, what was your question? Time to sideline again. No, I am ignoring your question. Never mind. The question's unimportant. It's fine. I slept in too much today. I'm a little tired. Forgot to shower. Woo. Blech. This one, 185,000. Ooh. The Royal Oak Jumbo Salmon Dial White Gold, or does he have a different one? Okay, I think he can afford to get them all cheap Rolexes. If you just want to watch to tell the time, use your phone or a $25 Casio. Anything above that is because we like watches. Okay, that's fine that it's because you like watches, but know that you're getting ripped off. I'm fine buying my $25 Casios, keep being fine paying higher and higher end prices because people want to keep charging higher prices. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just speaking truth to power. You can hate me all you want, and I'll keep wearing my fucking $25 Casio. That's solar powered, and I don't need a fucking other battery, so ooh. Talk down on a true king. See how long that lasts you. Spiritually Depraved and Misery-Inducing Landscapes of North America, episode 1. Crime pays, but botany doesn't. Get off the watches. The watches are done. We're on Botany Talk now. No, it's fine. It's fine. I love a little watch talk here and there. A watch debate? I know nothing about watches.
Hi, this is Tony. On today's episode of soul-crushing and spiritually depressing landscapes of North America, we got a real banger coming at you straight out of far Texas. Let's go check it out. Already getting started with this
There, now I'm ready to photosynthesize. Let's go.
extensive spread of St. Augustine grass, which requires a lot of moisture to stay alive when it's summer 11 months out of the year. Great way to piss away your slowly declining water reserves. Reservoirs are already going dry in the region. Look at what's happening to Corpus Christi. Great way to piss this away on a crop you're not going to eat and otherwise not going to use, and most people aren't going to pay attention to because they're going to be driving by it at 30 miles per hour.
Honestly, living in Arizona has made me respect something a lot more that you don't see a lot of. Like, instead of having like grass patches, you just have rocks. You just have a bunch of rocks laid out. And yeah, it sucks because you can't like lay down on it, but I mean, overall, I think that it's better than just having dead grass everywhere. Because you see it pretty often where like it's not meant to grow here, so then they're just trying to grow stuff that just ends up, it all dies. And that goes for a lot of plants, not just the grass. I've seen so many people that complain about like their like you'll see it in like local groups and stuff, people talking about like their plants and stuff that die. And it's just like, yeah, man, think about where you're living. Grow what you can, not what you want. And then you trade. There you go. Go to the market. Duh.
But the sense of desperation and wanting to give up doesn't stop there. Let's look at some of these dying trees they put in. Now, these are non-native oaks. They're native to a few 100 miles east of here. Probably gets twice the annual rainfall that we get here. We only get 20 inches. And so they're slowly dying due to the heat, all right? It also doesn't get as hot where these grow natively as it does here. So, but that's not a problem to worry about. You're just gonna wrap the tree well, which is lined with plastic, by the way. Wrap the tree well in a few, let's do a few rounds of, half-inch irrigation.
I love this fucking guy.
Drip on it, and don't worry about it. All right, good luck. It's not going to work. The leaves are very glossy.
I got to do is wrap a little bit around it. Bada bing, bada boom, you're all good. You know what I mean?
They don't have any pubescence whatsoever on the undersides. A lot of the native plants have evolved strategies to cope with the intense climate down here, one of the most extreme climates in North America. And so a lot of the natives have evolved, a coating of tiny hairs on the leaves, which help mitigate the effects of sun, drying winds, and water stress, or they've got a thick layer of wax. This tree has neither. I expect it'll be dead in probably, I don't know, let's say 6 months to a year. We also have this wonderful expanse of black asphalt, which heats up to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit in the sun months out of the year here. Here it is mid-March. It's already 95 degrees. That's going to be cooking. You could probably, cook a plate of rice or some eggs on that come July. Now look at this tree. It's already on its way out. This is a wonderful example of it. This is either Quercus fusiforme or Quercus virginica. Now both are native to a few hundred miles north and east of here where they...
I'm not going to watch this whole video. This channel is great, though. If you need anything you just want to put on in the background, where does he go? This is episode 1. How long is this? Is this literally the first video he uploaded? Because the channel already has 470,000 subscribers. No, he posted 16 years ago. He's been posting. Al Scorch, returning some stuff. Interesting. Got a lot of botany stuff. If you're into botany, go check it out. If you want me to stay a bit longer, you're gonna have to send me a recommendation because I am running a bit thin now. I genuinely just wanted to look at this quickly. Every summer we would crack eggs on asphalt in India and it would actually cook so fast, dude. Yeah, see, it's one of the, I don't think people realize that it's everything's holding in the heat. It's not just that it's like hot outside. My dad had a friend, because in Arizona it can get, during the summer it genuinely gets up like on average like 115 up to like 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Like what was the max last summer? It was 118 last year. The highest temperature in Phoenix was a record-setting 118 on July 9th and August 7th. Phoenix recorded 122 days of triple-digit heat, and 2025 was overall Phoenix's second hottest year. And my dad told me when he was younger, when he was like a teenager, he had a friend that would walk around barefoot, and he would be barefoot, and during the summertime he would literally have to run. He would run from shade to shade because this dude was like an athlete. So every morning he would go out and do miles, but then he would come and hang out, and then the sun would come over, it'd be hot outside, and he's like, okay, what do I do now? I'm gonna just run across the different yards, find spots with grass, find spots with different stuff because he couldn't be on the asphalt. And it's I guess that's one method, I guess I shouldn't be surprised he's sick anymore. I know, right? Ethan's feeling like how I look. It was 120, 125 peak heat in India. That is crazy that somewhere in the US reaches that same temps. Yeah. Death Valley, how hot does Death Valley get? Death Valley heat. The average 24-hour temperature is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Daytime temperature often exceeds 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees Celsius for those who need that. An all-time record was in 1913, 134 degrees in Death Valley. That's crazy. For some reason, I thought it was hotter than Arizona, but I guess it's just more, it's hotter on average. I did not see Noga Erez wearing Teddy Fresh. This was posted like a month ago. The Israeli musician that Ela had mentioned a while ago on the pod looks like she's sporting the King Ghidorah, Teddy Fresh, on her recent Facebook reel. So cool to see this come full circle. Is that right? I don't remember the Ghidorah shirts. Yeah, see, that's the one thing I will say. The one thing I do like about Arizona, as opposed to other places that get hot, is we get scorching heats. But at least it's not wet. At least it's dry heat. That's what they always say, is it's a heat, but it's a dry heat. You hate when it's wet outside. When you go outside and you're like, damn, I'm not sweating, but I'm wet now. And now I'm sweating, and now I'm sweating. And then it comes on immediately. Yeah, this was from a month ago. She was wearing one in her last post, I think. Interesting. On what, on Instagram or on Facebook? Because I am pulling up Facebook. Okay. Oh, this was something I wanted to check out too. Sorry, this is just or you know what we could do? Let's do this. Sorry. It is on Instagram? Oh, is it this one? Yes, it is this one. It was just in the... It was blocked. So I didn't realize that it was this one first. And I was like, oh yeah, it's the I'm hot. It's the fire truck. Shout out Smosh, what starts with F and ends with UCK. Fire truck. Just another subtle big ups. Watch the Snarkers call her a Zionist now. I'm sure they have already. I wouldn't be surprised. Wow, they got the collab, the H3 Sony headphones. Do you think Ethan could sue Sony for this? I guess not, right? Using the purple also. It's a bit on the nose. There are 2 listings for your After Dark on your members feed. Wait, let me see. On your YouTube feed, I mean. Let me look at this.
That's our boat? This is a dead upside down.
Yep, we do. Yo, they're going to be doing 2 shows today. What? H3 After Dark, number 33. 74 are waiting for that, but 24 are waiting for Criminal Steel Trucks. It's Criminal Steel Truck with 15 tons of Kit Kat. I did hear about that. Or no, that's a different thing. I heard about the cats that got taken from a truck and got, or dogs. Dogs got taken from a truck. You guys hear about that? Or they escaped from a truck. Got that all wrong. Sorry, mix it up. Completely separate from what this is talking about at all. Oh, this is fake. Oh no, it was fake. These bastards. I had looked it up before and I saw that there was a news article. What was that connection? Dogs and cats. I saw cat and I thought dog. That's the connection. I was about to say it's fake. What's fake about it though? What aspect of it's fake? Because I have to say it did seem a bit outrageous. The fact that they went back to their homes. I would have just assumed that meant that they went back to like the province, you know, whatever area they were in. Whatever province or whatever. Was it AI? Dog was just the German Shepherd was just in heat. They were just street dogs, yeah. Yeah, the allegedly injured German Shepherd, meanwhile, was actually in heat, which is why the other dogs were attracted to it. Hence why they appeared to be a united front. According to Cover News, most dogs are fairly free range and often vanish for up to 2 days during the rut. These dogs eventually made their way back to their villages on their own, whereupon the frisky German Shepherd was put on a leash until the heat cycle concludes. By the time the truth came out, the clip had blown up online. What the fuck are they doing? They hate me. Truly. Will they start on time? I guess I can do a poll? Should I do the poll? I guess I'll do the poll. Because we have an hour till they start. I think I can make it an hour. They're trying to blow leaves literally into the stream. Oh no, it's the snark with a chainsaw? That's what it actually is? You know, kind of a bad poll. I should have put H3 after dark, but you understand what I'm saying. You understand the point. I know that sound all too well wakes me up every Thursday. I feel you. I feel you. I guess we could do a body cam. I just hadn't prepared any of the body cam stuff. I was working on a video. I don't want to talk about that right now. But I was working on a video and haven't had time to make new body cam bingo cards or more body cam bingo. Make the bingo cards on that website. I haven't had the option to do either. I haven't had the time. So we will still do a body cam bingo, but sorry. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Boythrob animated video? Like on their YouTube channel or what? I'm gonna say 10 minutes today because not Ethan. Fair, fair. Ooh, I don't know if I can listen to this. I think the music will get claimed. Honestly, the video itself might get claimed too. Was this done by a Meat Canyon animator? Sorry, I'm like having. I guess not. This style is just a very. Am I wrong in thinking that? And it isn't just like the. I'm not just talking about like the facial expressions or the designs. I'm literally talking about like the line work and stuff. You can play Operation Snarkbrain. You know, I could do that. You're right. I think I need to. Do I need to go back to the beginning? Oh no. You sent me to the end page. Oh no. Look what you've done. Strategically neutralizing amoral reactionary kooks. Operation Snarkbrain. Battle response against Insanity Network. Watch gameplay. Is that Alex's? Is this Alex's gameplay? Yes. Great stuff. I agree, it looks similar to Meat Canyon. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just like the line work and stuff. It's very... you know what it's giving? What kind of makes me mad? It's a better animation than this. Who here knows what this is? Who here knows what this show is? I fucking hate this show so much. Does anybody know what Kevin Spencer is? Is this too niche? This is a Canadian show. The Canada viewers. Who knows Kevin Spencer? It's also on Tubi. The Tubi watchers. Who knows about Kevin Spencer? This show fucking sucks, and one of the biggest parts is I hate the animation style and how stiff everything is. I hate this show. I'm sorry. If anybody likes this show, I'm sorry. I just can't get behind it. So today we only have After Dark or no show at all? We have After Dark still, and it looks like After Dark's going early. But yes, it's going at 12, so we still have another hour. Anybody? Way too niche, never heard of it. This art is better than AI. I'm wondering if I can show a second of the animation. I feel like I probably can. All the episodes are available on YouTube too. I'm gonna just show it for like half a second. I fucking hate it so much. This was on TV. That was literally a show on TV. Sorry, I just had to share that because for some reason the boy throb thing made me think of that. It's the stiff animations. It's the stiff or lack thereof animation. It is the Snarkbrain game. You're right, Alex. This is Operation Snarkbrain. Sorry, back to what I was talking about. Operation Snarkbrain. Strategically neutralizing amoral reactionary kooks. Battle response against Insanity Network. Yes, it's very Charlie the Unicorn. But even Charlie the Unicorn, I like more stylistically. What's that guy's name? Because I used to watch all of that guy's animations. Film Cow. Film Cow, honestly, there are some good ones. What is it? Ferrets? What about ferrets? Ferrets.
Harold, what's wrong? Little things that make me smile.
And he talks about killing people and stuff.
Of a man in pain, blood coming down like rain, showering me.
Like, this even looks better. This even looks better than that. Speaking of Canada, I just got my Canadian citizenship a couple of days ago. Woo, woo, woo. That was quiet. That was too quiet. Let's go. Pull up that ladder. Pull up that ladder right behind you. Chilled cow? Chilled cow. That also sounds kind of familiar. Lo-fi girl? I looked up chilled cow on YouTube and it's all just this. Is this what you're talking about? That's what her original name was for 3 years? Oh, so that is what it is. Only the OGs remember. The name sounded familiar, but I guess I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Chilled cow. Don't have a cow, man. So let's do this. This is Operation Snarkbrain. Oh, I've been hacked.
You've got mail.
I clicked 2 on accident. Mission 1. So this is basically, what do we think the Snark... It's getting into the mind of Snark. What would Snark believe? Yes. How to play. The mission is to identify the authentic post from 2 options. One is real, one is decoy. Select carefully. After selecting, you'll see if you were correct. Use the open file button to view the original post. Complete all missions to finish the operation. Your score is based on correct identifications. Press the brain icon to return to the homepage. Let's try this. I feel like it's probably this one. Because they go a little bit almost too crazy. Yes. The thing is you have to think, this one seems more insane, so it has to be right. Ethan Klein is a pedophile troll who abuses animals and is on a camera sexualizing children. Gary Klein is a groomer who is a teenager. The crew are pathetic worms with no morals, especially the Arab. What the fuck? What do you mean, especially? Who stayed during a live-streamed child holocaust. What the fuck is actually wrong with these people? Like, it's so insane. What the fuck? Especially. Ethan only pretends to care about animals. Ethan is a zoophile. Well, we know this one they think is true. I know, I don't even need to see what it is. Pretending not to know what a joke is, 1. It's a clip. The clip's not loading. It's fine. We know what it is. We've seen Ethan talk about wanting to have sex with animals before. We know Ethan talks about that JTR NBR? No, JTRH NBR. JTRH NBR, there we go. Just the right height, no bucket required. Hello, hello, welcome in. Ethan is on drugs. No, that's wrong. I guess they don't think he has an eating disorder because he's on drugs. They think it's because he's hot. It's clear Ethan has an eating disorder and feels less than Hasan and is constantly projecting and lashing out because of his insecurity. Hasan was chubby when they did leftovers, and he had his long hair and looked less intimidating, worse. We were coming out of COVID, so he had gained like 60 pounds or something and stopped working out. I wonder if Ethan didn't have like an immediate fuck you button for him even prior to 10-7 because he thought Hasan was like him, aka fat and okay with letting himself go. What? It's always the weirdest stuff. But I like that also the implication with this is that not just that Hasan is better than Ethan, but Hasan is better than Ethan because he became skinnier, and that made Ethan so jealous. It's like, I don't know, there is levels to this on how weird it is. And also, these people need to get on fan fiction sites. Like, I don't know what... It's clear. Yeah, low-key shading Hasan, being like, bro got so fat during COVID. He was pretty fat and ugly during COVID, don't we think? Wild thing to say. But he's hot now. But then he got hot again. Oh, disappointed about no show because they want shows. We know this one. There's no show today? I feel like they're trying to be ironic. Like they're trying to post this ironically. Oh no, where will I watch a 40-year-old not pedophile call himself pedotroll? It's just like they're trying to be ironic, but you literally posted this. You literally were made aware that there was no show today. Well, there's no show today and there was no show on this day. It works in both contexts. Come on, guys, start even earlier. Come on. Hasan making anti-Asian comments is an old clip, or Hasan making anti-Asian comments is not racist because Ethan is suing women. Wow. Ethan Klein, who is currently suing 3 women, 2 of which are Arab, who notoriously threatened litigation against a black man. Who threatened litigation against a black man. And another woman. They also disagreed. They all disagreed with him. You know what's interesting? They ignored Noah Samsen here, even though Noah Samsen is included in the threatened litigation category, because Noah Samsen isn't part of a marginalized group. So all they care about is being like, we'll see. Ethan only said. It's just like it's all about the people that are talking shit about him and that are either and not just talking shit about him, either the people he's suing either defamed him or used his copywritten work, stole from him, infringed on copyright. Yes, Hasan is Superman number 2. That is correct. Mission 6. Ethan shares sexual degenerate content. Ethan posts misinformation. Well, I have to say, even though these are both on Snark, these are both true at times. while these might be posted on Snark, I will say that both of these also do happen at times. But we'll say this one, yes. Oh, can I show this on here? Yeah, it's Cowboy K2. You saw it for a second, my bad. It was an animation, it's fine. You can find like animated nudity on YouTube, like through animes and stuff, so it's okay. Why'd you do this to me, Fupa? Fupa Troopa, you did this to me. You planned this. Bad Empanada Glazing or Hasan Thirst Trap? I feel like this is also that both of these things happen at times. It's a trick question. Mission 8. H3 fans are dumb because the show is not funny. H3 fans are dumb because they ignore all proof against Ethan. This one would make sense, so it's got to be this one. Aw, man. You know what? At least they use their brains for once. So let's hear. The remaining H3 fans might unironically be some of the dumbest people on the planet. They are MAGA levels of dumb. No amount of proof is good enough for them because it's all just fake snark, lol. What? It's all fake news? Oh, they're just stupid. This person's so dumb. Oh, I'm not going to give you any examples. I mean, I assume they do, but it's enough. It's not that no examples are enough. Your examples aren't good enough. I think it's fine to show. It might be, but we're going to play it safe. Was watching the Cruel World Happy Mind video, and her response to the backlash and OMG. I've never seen so many dum-dums in one place, but you're on H3 leftovers. What are you talking about? They have absolutely no sense of critical thinking skills left and will just blindly ignore every bit of criticism and just criticism if it's posted here and or Twitter or FOMOI or talked by Hasan or any leftist content creator. Using shitty memes from a dying... Well, that's the thing, is you guys are just fucking so dumb. None of you actually have any evidence of anything, and all of you do this. All of you just do this over and over again. All the Snark just does is this over and over and over again. Just... No one will believe all of the evidence we have. All of them just say, oh, it's just Snark. It's because you're not making any actual claims. You're just saying, Ethan's a Zionist. Ethan's of this, Ethan's of that, Ethan, like whatever, without any actual evidence of it. Like, come on. Yeah, the same people who call us dumb but call Madison a genius. Well, that's the thing that I find so ridiculous, right? Like, I'm fine. Like, I don't need to like praise everybody. And I will say there are some H3 fans that go a little too hard. When I made my video, I think I talked about this before. I got like 20, maybe not 20. I got like a few comments on my Ethan Klein Deaf Noodles debate because it's titled something like Ethan Klein supports conservative deaf noodles or something like that. And so there were a bunch of people that came in and just immediately left comments to shit talk a little bit. And I will say that is dumb. That is like just like a negative to any type of cause that you might be trying to aid in. And but to say that is like, but I'm willing to say like, but again, I'm willing to point that out as opposed to what they think is the truth of everybody just going, oh my God, no, he's our king. He's our king. We talk about things that we think are right or wrong all the time. There are good takes, there are bad takes. I watch Ethan because he's funny. I watch the H3 show because it's funny. Because it's entertaining, and because I think that he's generally in the right, like on the right side of things. Do I think that he lacks nuance in some areas? Yes, there are some things where I feel like, like one thing I talked about is that I don't think Ethan's brought up his usage of the N-word with the silent R, with the soft A. He hasn't talked about that like at all. And I think that could be like a relevant thing to talk about because those videos are still up on the H3 Productions channel and up on Filthy Frank, on some Filthy Frank collaborations. And so like, again, I think there are things to criticize and to talk about because when Ethan talks about saying the N-word, he says, I only ever said that in the context of reading the N-word. That's only true for the hard R. He did use it flagrantly for, just in videos, just to be funny. Just a white guy saying the N-word, haha, that's the joke. And I don't think that makes you a racist. But again, I don't think that that's good. And I heard this fucking point and I thought this was so good. This goes for any type of slur that you think that you got the pass for. The N-word pass, the F slur pass, the R-word pass, any of these. I saw Kate talking about this too, talking about, we're allowed, lesbian women are allowed to say the F slur because they helped gay men during the AIDS crisis. Like, there's still going to be some gay men that do not want to hear you calling anybody the F slur. And I thought this was so fucking true, and this is such a good point. Those words are like Disney dollars. You can use them where you got them. They are not transferable. You don't get to go around just because you have friends, just because you grew up in a certain community, just because you know certain types of people. Like, it doesn't work. It's not the same. And so that's the way I feel about it, right? It's like, if you're going to say it, you need to make sure you're saying it around people. Because that's the thing, is like, even a young black dude saying the N-words, with saying like the soft A, just saying that to an older black man. That older black man might fucking check him. Might be like, hey bro, don't say that shit. And like talk to him about, the usage of that word and stuff. And then he might just go, oh, whatever, I don't care, old man, and move on. But again, it's like, it's not just okay because of some context around it, because the context is missing when speaking publicly. Your context does not stand when you speak publicly, because in a public space, nobody knows you. Like, that's just, I feel like that's the simplest way to think about it. But that's just coming from one dum-dum, sorry. Yeah, I like him and I'm a fan of him, but that doesn't mean I always agree with him on everything. Exactly. I just learned that Ninja was an alt-right replacement. Yeah, people have been doing that for a while. That's been a thing for a minute. But honestly, when I heard that though, I think I saw it in a comment section where it was just some dude said it's like Disney dollars, and I just went, oh shit, he's right. I was like, that's so fucking true. I appreciate that we're still against the R slur. Well, because like I'm saying, I think that it's only degenerative to I think that the R slur, even beyond it being callous to use, I think that it only hinders actual medical progress, because all we're doing is just end up making more and more terms. Like, okay, next they're just going to be like Hasan and call people neurodivergent instead. And then the next term, and then the next term, and then the next term. So let's cut it off here and just end it. And just not use that one. We can call people dumb. We can call people idiots. We can call people stupid. Those, dumb meant you were mute. Stupid and idiot were IQ terms. Moron was an IQ term. Like, cool. We'll use those ones because they're so antiquated that it doesn't really matter as much. But it's like, let's cut it off at this point and kind of leave it there. And again, if you want to be like me and my friends say it in private and we this and that, use it like Disney dollars. Use it with your friends. Cool. I don't need to know about it. Doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to say quickly, just because I do think it's dumb that they think that it's like we don't all need to agree. We all shouldn't agree. We shouldn't all agree with each other. We should all have different opinions on things and try and work to a common goal. That's the thing. We should all hold these different values, different beliefs, and work within them to try and come to some agreements. It's like the whole point. Yeah, saying smooth brained. See, I was just saying this, that it's like, because people don't it's when you actually break it down, it's the most simple thing ever. You are not saying anything more than you are acting as this type of person, and that is wrong, regardless of what word it is. You are acting like this, whatever category that I've created, and that thing is bad. It's just like, come on. But if you don't agree with me, that means you're a bad person. Fuck! I forgot about that part. You're right. I like Lonerbox, but his usage of the word totally threw me off when I heard it. And again, like, I don't think that it's like, oh, it's a terrible thing that he's using it. Oh, like he said, he has, I think he said that he has autism, and like there's, I don't know what form of autism he has, but like there's, yes, but again, that context is lacking for people that are just jumping into the stream that might hear you speak flagrantly, and then all of a sudden your voice matters less. You know what I mean? In the Princess Mantis server, we reached an agreement that it's only acceptable to use the R slur. The only acceptable usage of the R slur is to call yourself the R slur. Yeah. Well, but even then, it's like, I still think, see, I think that what I've always thought was the only usage that I'm generally like, whatever, is when you use it about like a thing. Oh, this paper I'm working on, my car is being my da-da-da, because then you're removing the human aspect of it, and you're just being like, this is a difficult thing that I'm having to overcome, which at least like me like isn't as like offensive, I guess. To be clear, I don't like anyone using the R slur, but it was a compromise. Hey, it's all about compromises. It's all about, you know, that the working in inches, you know, it's all a game of inches. We got to remember that an inch matters. Size matters, everyone. Size doesn't matter. Wait, that's what I meant. Sorry, moving on, Snarkbrain. Yeah, I'm neurodivergent also, and I don't want to use it either, but I'm not offended when people use it. I don't like it, but I don't despise it either. Yeah. And that's the thing, is I think that it's the one word where it's the one slur that's kind of in that middle ground where like it really does have more of like a, there's like a social, like colloquialism, but not necessarily a colloquialism, because that means that it's like a localized, but I feel like it's more of like a general term that's used, whereas like, and people don't think about it as much, where when you're saying like the F slur or the N slur, or like anything like that, it's obviously being more direct. But it's like this too, like you just don't see it as much, but like, you know, there are white people that, you know, there are racist white people that call other white people the N-word just because they're crazy racist. And just because we don't see it doesn't mean that it's like any better or anything. Yeah, it hurts me because people call me that in school, so it's personal. You know, exactly. And that's the thing, is like I'm saying, is there are a bunch of people that would have gone through something like that, and then you're just putting them off because they don't know your history with the word or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? If you're using it flagrantly like Lonerbox, it's like they don't know your history and are just going to be off-put because of their own personal experiences with it. Which is, again, it's like both of those things should be acceptable, right? It's like, okay, you can speak however you want because you're an individual who has an experience and you can say the types of things you want, but you should understand that your voice is not going to travel as far because of that. Give them an inch, they'll take it all, like Alex. Ooh. But Mission 9, is it a compilation of Ethan using ChatGPT or a compilation of Ethan sniffing? I think it's the snippet. Oh, really? I feel like the sniffing would probably be easier to do over a single episode. That's a good point. It's because people with mental disabilities aren't viewed in the same way as other marginalized group, probably because of the lesser political advocacy and it being something that feels relative. Yeah. Captain, I fucking love your streams. I love you too, Alex. This is for you.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
But you also get this one. I always like him. I'm always stumped.
Like with a gifted sub.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm always so stumped on which song to play. Because I have the classic. But then I have new ones. These ones are too rock heavy, I think. Or no, there's that one. Alex likes that one. You know what? I'll give Alex that one whenever he wants it, because I know Alex likes that sound. I think this is the rock one. Let me turn down my desktop audio. Those are both for Alex. Play them at the same time. Oh, I accidentally pressed the news too. Oopsie. I accidentally clicked the news one. Sorry, you didn't get the full glory of the two that we were trying to hear. It's pretty great. It's a pretty good one. Okay, and this is a compilation, but a lot of these links with the videos don't work, Fupa Troop. I think it's just because of the archive site you're using. You know, I don't use archive.today that often, but that's where I was able to find more like Twitter stuff. Oh, just click the title. Oh, I didn't even realize. You know what? I didn't realize on this site those links worked like that.
Is we're going to come to the point where the robots are doing the thinking for us, and then our brains will turn to mush.
They already are.
Let me ask ChatGPT. Let me ask ChatGPT. Let me ask ChatGPT.
Oh, ask your lawyer, ChatGPT.
Let's go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, and let.
What is using ChatGPT bad? Let me ask ChatGPT. Is using you bad? Short answer, no. Using me isn't inherently bad. What matters is how you use it. Used well, I'm just a tool, like a search engine, editor, or calculator. For example, speeding up research or brainstorming, helping structure ideas for your content. Oh, because I have actually talked with content on here, it remembers me. Checking clarity or phrasing. You know what I used ChatGPT for? I used it to help me build all of those polls that I did. I need to use it again so I can make a bunch more polls. It's the only way I was able to come up with that many polls, and I've already run out. It's so hard to come up with good polls. But where it can be a problem is replacing your own thinking instead of supporting it. Relying on answers without questioning accuracy. Using it to shortcut effort in ways that hurt your skill development. And then overall, presenting generated work as entirely your own in contexts where it matters, like school, professional, or ethical fields. Ooh. Yeah, this is how snarkers make fan edits.
Let's ask it to write a legal document, write it from the POV of Ethan.
This is literally like a fan post. Like, this could be posted on the H3 account and everybody would love this and think it's hilarious.
Klein. Let's go ChatGPT. So we can put the data into ChatGPT to analyze it. Hold on, let me fact check. ChatGPT. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I'm starting to use it in my everyday life. I love talking voice with ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is fucking amazing. Anytime I need to ask it a question, it's like boom, ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT, tell me what's the most severe penalty for treason? I'm asking ChatGPT. I'm asking ChatGPT now. Is ChatGPT that? I asked ChatGPT, I said, should I be concerned if I have giant poops? Can you log me into ChatGPT, Dan? Let's ask ChatGPT one more thing. Hold on, I gotta consult ChatGPT about some medical issues here. Let me ChatGPT that shit. The new ChatGPT is, I'm on the phone with it all day. Let's ask ChatGPT. I don't know why you guys seriously think
ChatGPT is very biased. I asked it the other day if it would be able to replace CEOs too, and it listed a bunch of arguments why not. I then asked Gemini and it agreed. I mean, how much is a CEO actually doing at the end of the day? I think you could probably replace it with AI at some point. Once it gets to that level. You know what I mean? Once the AI, like the artificial errors match the human errors, like, and it's truly indistinguishable. You know what I mean? I thought this was fan, just another type of fan. I'm telling you, Claude is the best clanker. I've just started using Claude, actually. See, I don't like use... I used AI for like a bit, like a little bit, not for anything like super important, but I was using it for help with brainstorming. Because like I had like a bunch of creative ideas, and I was like, what seems like the most, like the best like energy to put into right now? And I laid out like the different creative ideas that I had, and I was like, okay, this one seems the most thoroughly outlined, so like work on that one. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I felt like that kind of helped, because it was kind of like just helped me like in my own decision making in a sense. Like I could make the decision, but it was like I'm biased based on what I prefer as opposed to what actually is the most plausible to get done. And so I felt like the AI helped me in that regard. But I haven't used it that much recently, just because it's like, what do I need to use it for? But I started using Claude. I forget what questions I was asking. I think I was asking it just, I think I was just testing it with information stuff. Do I have any chats saved? I don't have any chats. Weird. They have an inflamed laugh box. Is your laugh box just your voice box, but it makes you laugh? Interesting. See, I just think truly it's like everything that the snark say is just an admission of their own, of themselves. Like, I don't think I'm the brightest, you know, I'm not the brightest bulb, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I definitely don't think I'm dumb. And posting hate videos like as your content just doesn't feel like a very like productive means of your time, especially when they're the same people like that are always talking about how Ethan fell off. Oh, the H3 podcast just fallen off. Let it fall off then. Why would you try and keep it any type of popularity to watch? It's like these people are like so dumb. They really think like, oh, I want to watch it till the end. Once it ends, that's when I'm going to be done with the H3 show. Once Ethan finally says he's done, then I'm going to go back and watch some of the old episodes to remember how much I hate it. They're truly fueled by haterade. Yeah, get those views though, baby. But that's my point, is like, yeah, I understand they're doing it just for the views, but they're also the people that's like, do you just have that level of cognitive dissonance, or are you just truly lying to others and you're just doing it for the money? You don't actually care about it that deeply. Because like there's clearly more productive ways and more like things that would productively help the causes that you think Ethan Klein is working against. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you would probably be able to do something better by creating a different type of account that just does, I don't know, does something else. It's the best way I can put it. But here, Cruel World Happy Mind should not have edited out her anti-Semitic remark. Cruel World Happy Mind should edit out her anti-Semitic remark before Ethan sees it. I'm gonna go with this one. Ah, man. She should have kept it in. Well, they're probably saying that it's not anti-Semitic, right? It's the easiest argument to make. You just say, nuh-uh. You go, nuh-uh? No, it wasn't. I disagree. Sorry, I'm not. I need to. There we go. There we go. That's better. Had to fix myself real quick. Never give them an inch. This will only embolden them. So this was after she took out, about her editing her video. So this was her responding to the subreddit. Especially when pretty much anything can be anti-Semitism if you're unemployed and vicious enough. Regardless of the fact that the weaponization and watering down of anti-Semitism actually causes more animosity towards Jews. Like, what? The weaponization and watering down of anti-Semitism actually causes more animosity towards Jewish people globally. Don't bring up anti-Semitism because that only makes Jews get it worse. These people just can't be real. And yes, this was specifically about her saying Ethan was programmed from birth, even though he didn't go to Israel until he was an adult. He didn't, like, just so ridiculous. Next mission. I think I'm doing all right. The Snark sub is doing a public service. The Snark sub only posts when Ethan does something wrong. I think they probably think that both of these things are true, right? They're doing a public service and they only post it when Ethan's doing something wrong. Anyone ever notice how quiet the sub gets when Ethan isn't doing shit? When will it stop? What? Oh, and then they just added a song? They added Wise Up? What, am I tripping? Just brings me to that. So, okay. I'm just confused by that, but okay. I was thinking, I'm sorry, the archive site is just confusing me with its layout too. I was thinking that when he's not posting on Instagram and his podcast episodes aren't dedicated to attacking people, this place becomes a bit of a ghost town. All he has to do is shut the fuck up about politics and drop the lawsuits. This place would clear out in a week. But then why did H3 Snark exist before it? Like, you guys are fucking such degenerates, actual degens. It all started because, that's literally what they're trying to make it out as. This is only happening because Ethan's suing women. Duh. Come on. Ethan is inspired by Destiny. Hila is inspired by an infamous violent Israeli settler. Let's go with that one, yep. Ethan was actually inspired by Sam Hyde. Bet you didn't know that one. What the fuck? What are even these names they try and come up with? Ethan KKK Klein. But they put Baby K, Hila. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Claim there is no violence by settlers against...
Godmother of the settler movement, Daniela Weiss, sanctioned by the UK, accused of promoting and supporting acts of violence against Palestinians.
This is the state of the Jews, not the state of Arabs. International law.
I'm just so confused. I'm actually confused by this one. Wait, has Hila? Like, this woman is vile, I can just tell from this. But it's like, why isn't it a clip of why isn't it a clip of Hila? Because I'm just trying to go back in my memory. I don't like to say never, because it's like, you never know, but like, I don't think that Hila would ever talk about this later. I don't see why this would. Like, what? Are they just saying that because of who she is, of who this person is? Is that literally the only reason they're saying this?
To get them off the lad.
What? There is no settler violence.
Do you mind if I show you a video?
No, I don't believe in videos. I do not watch it. What do you want me to close my eyes?
Well, this is the.
I don't see it.
This is the reality.
I don't see it. You can show it to your audience. I do not see it.
But if you say to me, there is no settler violence, I'm sure
no,
an
sir.
example.
There is violence against settlers. No settler violence.
Oh my god, he's literally showing you a video. Evil person. Yeah, Hila never talked about it, but they claimed she inspired Hila. It's just so odd. Like, this post is just such a weird thing to post. Like, it's just, it has absolutely nothing to do with Hila or H3 in any way, but they just put it on here to be like, this is Hila's inspiration. Like, what? What? And they talk, and like, Hila has how many times have Ethan and Hila talked about settlers in the West Bank? And I don't think Hila would just sit idly by while her husband's talking about something that she so vehemently believes in. Like, what? Mission 13. Ethan goes goblin mode during sex. Serious. Ethan goes goblin mode during sex. Meme. We're on serious. That was a meme? What do you mean? He should be going. Well, I guess the memeing about it. Honestly, this is worse. Because this shows how big of fans they truly are. Because this is literally how people post on the This is literally how people post on the H3 subreddit. They'll post like, "Oh my god, I was scrolling on Instagram and this reminded me of Ethan." That's literally what we saw with that one the pregnancy post that I showed earlier on Reddit. Is this Ethan? Remember that, like, the what conservatives think a fetus looks like or whatever? That whole thing. Like, this is literally a fan mentality. Making it a meme is even worse than somebody being legitimately like, he's a sexual deviant. He definitely goes goblin mode during sex. Whenever he talks so lustfully about Hila, it's disgusting. That's your wife. Have some decorum. How do I stop my husband from going goblin mode during sex? My husband says goblin mode activated. And when we start having sex, he growls and acts like a caveman and then says goblin mode off when we stop. And then pretends to not know what I'm talking about when I ask him about it. People literally posted this meme in the H3 sub. Come on, guys. You just start, I mean, the way you stop this is you become worse. To stop goblin mode, I just figured it out. This is the one way to stop goblin mode. You go, baby mode activated, and you start really fucking grossing him out. You just start doing either a baby voice or doing like... That's one thing I've never understood. People that do baby voices, like, I get it when you're like just starting a relationship, but when you're doing it like years into your relationship, do you use baby voice during sex? Is that a thing that people do? I was in the Snark Discord and they chat together during the lives. Kugu Gaga, yeah, exactly. That's how you stop them. You stop goblin mode by just going like, oh, no, you go, I'm going horse mode. Like, that's what you do the whole time. You start telling him, you go, giddy up, little pony. What if he said that, though? Oh, no. Then that would throw you off. What if he's too into that? Fuck. I would hope not. Well, that's what I'm saying. It always weirds me out when I see people doing baby voice. Like, when you're doing it like a couple months into your relationship, I get it. You're just being cutesy, whatever. But then I see it and I'm like, oh, no. I only use baby voice when I talk about dedotated wham. You're not wrong. They used to have watch parties. It's in the lawsuit. Having watch parties is so... Come on, guys. Computer, activate Vouch mode. But hey, if you're really trying to get him to stop it, I think there's a couple methods you could use. I've never done baby voice, I don't think. I think it's more common for people who like start relationships young too. Like I definitely saw it a lot more in high school, and then the people who do it as adults are usually ones that just like dated in high school, I feel like. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Operation Snarkbrain, Mission 14. Ethan can't be a leftist because of his watch collection. Ethan pays for Tom Ward's friendship. I knew it. That one's just true. This one would just be ironic given what, like, Hasan, given Hasan's whole being. But yes, he does. He does, in fact, pay for Tom Ward's friendship. I know this. Ethan Klein appreciates Tom Ward's financially incentivized glazing. Do they say it more in the comments? Tom's got to be Ethan's handler at this point. See, this is how dumb these people are. The mug says world's best boss. I think his housekeeper might disagree. Guys, his housekeeper, he's not the boss of his housekeeper. His housekeeper works for a business, or maybe works independently. He's a client. Again, I've never been around so many dum-dums. Huh. I feel like I'm in a candy store. Are they starting yet? Stolen 12 tons of Kit Kats. Well, you know what Harley always says.
Piss on my lips.
As Harley always says.
Piss on my lips.
Let's go. What made Ethan sick this time? Kid coughing in mouth, floor Twinkie, losing his watch. Losing his watch for sure. H3 fans are obsessively posting about Cruel World Happy Mind. 3 examples. H3 fans are obsessively posting about Cruel World Happy Mind. 10 examples. It's the 3 examples. Here's the thing. Even if it was 10 examples, it's relevant to the topic of the show. I don't even think that 10 examples would be bad in this context. What happened to the housekeeper lawsuit? Was it dismissed? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Trying to think of how to look it up. This one, there we go. Have they updated it on the H3? No, they haven't referenced it on the H3 wiki, the H3 wikia. Where is court listener? Oh. It's moved to settlement because as part of her contract, she can't sue. Ethan mentioned it a while back. Damn. That's kind of crazy. As part of your settlement, you can't sue. Or as part of your contract, you just literally can't sue. That sucks. I imagine there's probably like specific clauses or whatever. Because I imagine that isn't always the case. Yeah, it's very, yeah. I guess, I mean, we'll hear more if anything ever comes out from it, but it does, I mean, it was kind of a nothing burger from the start a little bit. You know what I mean? It was kind of a nothing burger to begin with. Yeah, it's in mini contracts. It must go straight to mediation talks. True. You get this. You get a nice firm handshake. 16. Oliver Tree roasting Ethan, or Jeff Wittick is a Zionist because he defended Ethan. I wonder what happened with Oliver Tree.
I mean, wait, what is the biggest YouTube video you ever dropped?
Oh, this has his music playing over it. Best video on his YouTube channel, Vape Nation? You mean a classic? A classic in history. Let's pull it up. Look at that. 29 million views. Ain't that something? Oliver Tree died? Honestly, I don't even know if you're joking. I wouldn't even be surprised. He's not dead. Not yet. But I think that does kind of just show how dense these people are. They don't understand what jokes are. They don't understand. Well, he's dead, so. Naming their dog Olive is an attack on Palestine. I never thought about that. Maybe you're right. Oliver Tree and Ethan are friends, but they famously do an arch enemy's shtick. Oliver is mimicking the typical Fallen fan. It's funny too because they're not even good at keeping up the shtick. Like Ethan always breaks the illusion. Like he always brings up that it's their bit, that they always joke about hating each other. I'll read the post. Also, does anyone find it gross that they called their new dog Olive after Bro. Like, really? Like, you guys are just fucking so dumb. Yes, that's exactly why. It's because they love the destruction of the Palestinian olive trees. The worst one I ever saw was so dumb. Was this one. They were like, they named their son Teddy and their business Teddy Fresh. Because I think it was during the time when Ethan started calling out the Young Turks. Like the fact that it's called the Young Turks. Full stop. That's the name of it. No, like, Nothing. But people were going, well, actually, Ethan and Ela named their child Teddy, and the IDF Caterpillar D9. It's Hebrew. It's the doobie, the Hebrew for teddy bear. Like, I actually saw people trying to argue that this is why they named their business Teddy Fresh and why they, like, it's so ridiculous. And I remember it was in opposition to Ethan criticizing the Young Turks. The Young Turks, full stop. Hitler ate in olive ones. I mean, it's literally like I was saying earlier. It's that dumb stuff of this like weird, like connections that don't mean anything. Like when saying like Hitler had a Jewish driver, it's like yes, but that has nothing to do with Hitler's actual beliefs against Jews. It's like saying like, well, some slaves were allowed to stay inside and actually had good conditions. Like it doesn't matter. That means nothing. Like, come on. Mike from PA spewed that BS on his stream. The stuff about the bulldozer thing. It's just so ridiculous. The Snark sub has nothing to do with Hasan fans. H3 fans are secretly Hasan fans. That one, yes. Since the end of Leftovers and the beginning of Ethan's obsession with Hasan, Ethan claims that anyone who doesn't like him is crazy, or is a crazy Hasan fan. Either that or a crazy Trisha fan, or they're anti-Semitic. As someone who doesn't watch any of these people and is also not anti-Semitic, I think it's funny when he says that, lol. I enjoy Hasan's content sometimes. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm not a Hasan. I don't watch these people. I enjoy Hasan's content sometimes, and I appreciate a lot of the representation he gives to important issues. Like, bro, I wouldn't consider myself fanned out, though, and he definitely has no influence on my opinion on Ethan. Since I stopped watching the pod on October 23rd, in October 2023, I never really found a replacement. What stopped you then? Really? October 20... What was the thing? What was it? I spend time on TikTok now. Just a curious girl. I never really found a replacement. I've spent most of my time on TikTok now. I'm just a curious girl. Edit. I'm baked. But also to add, I have disliked Ethan way before Hasan finally responded to him. I used to see clips of Hasan saying Ethan has a good heart and shit, giving him much grace. I stopped liking Ethan in October of 23. And to be honest, prior to that, when I watched the pod, I thought he was a dumbass also. I liked the crew dynamics. The crew makes up such a small portion of the show. Like, what? The community bookmarks in the leftover sub. How do I do that? Like on the actual subreddit?
You can tell she has no friends.
Thank you so much for the $2. Yes, yes indeed. That is exactly what it sounds like. I'm baked right now. Sorry guys, I had to send this back. Like she didn't have a friend she could text this to, so I had to just throw it in the post again. Is that what this is? Oh, the ones from this one. Okay. This is what you were talking about. I just didn't even know what bookmarks were on Reddit. I guess I just never read this. I never looked at this side. Okay. Mega Thread Wiki, filter by Old Flare, War Chest, GoFundMe. And then Hasan, oh, the Hasan Hub, nice. Literally immediately goes to Hasan too, nice. Are you a Hasan fan? Who's a Hasan fan? No, they took our joke. Those bastards. Piker, I hardly know her. But they really, this is like the energy. Are you a Hasan Piker fan? Are you a Hasan fan? Hasan Pike me. He can pike me. Go outside. Get some fresh air. Please. It's fine to be racist against Polish people, or Hasan's comments on Polish people were not racist. Oh my god, yes. And we've talked about Hasan being racist to Poles again, or before. We've talked about that, so we're just looking at it again. Hasan has, I'll just read this part. Hasan has an extensive history of expressing anti-Polish sentiments. Poles have been stereotyped as inferior, uneducated, thieves, and aggressive for centuries. This prejudice has resulted in great consequences. Hitler explicitly classified Poles as subhuman, and millions were enslaved and murdered by Nazi Germany. Despite being their victims, they suffer to this day from the false accusation of being Nazis. Well, and the thing is this, they do have some ultra-nationalist issues within their government. Certain, I forget what their names are, but there are certain politicians that are definitely more ultra-nationalistic, and then they have issues with, like the way they treat immigrants and stuff. They're a very, like, you say homogenous. Is it heterogeneous? You say that? Heterogeneous? There's a lot more Polish people than any other group of people in Poland. But let's not forget that that's also partly because of the Holocaust. But again, it's like it's a super complicated issue, and just being like, just jumping on xenophobic like stereotypes and shit is so ridiculous for a political streamer. If you want to just, like, that's the thing I think people forget about. People want to go, oh, he's just a Twitch streamer. Oh, he's not some shit poster. He's a political streamer. If you were just a shit poster being racist to Poles, yeah, people probably wouldn't fucking care all that much. Like, you know what I mean? Like people probably wouldn't give a shit, but it's who he is. It's what he does. And then it's how he acts in what he does and how he is. Is that right? Did I say it right? Heterogeneous? Heterogeneous? Like, I know that's the right word. I don't know. I've only ever read it. I guess I've never, like, said it out loud. Anyone who knows anything about the history of Poland knows they've faced centuries of oppression from different sides. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is that's why it's super complicated, because they do have a very a very nationalistic sentiment. Some of that reaching to ultra nationalistic with some of its politicians and stuff, but that is because of its history with its surrounding nations and stuff. So yeah, it's a complex history, and just jumping again. And the problem again isn't, it should never be, Hasan loves jumping down the throats of the population when he should be jumping down the throats of the government. And that's like the biggest issue with Hasan, is that he loves to generalize it to groups. And people like to go, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. He does. Just plain full stop. Let him sue me for that. You can take me to court for that, and we can go to court. I'll get a fucking public defender. I'll defend myself in the court to do that, because it's just so stupid. Adam Ragusi, saying that wrong too, says heterogeneous. See, this is like the thing between psychopathy and sociopathy, because I say sociopathy because that makes more sense. Because you say like, I don't know, certain words, like, that's a thing. Ragusei, all these names, none of it makes sense to me. Names don't work. I read it how it's spelled. I'm gonna say that they think the Snark sub is fun. They don't even think it's fun. No, they just think the H3 main sub's a bad place. Fair enough. Yeah, sociopathy. Smuckers versus E-Smuckers? Why are you saying it like that? It's Snoopy versus S Snoopy? Snoopy or S Snoopy? They don't think that the Snark sub is a good place, they just think the official sub is worse. They moved it to 12:15. They're trying to hide away. They don't think that we know that they're actually late. We saw that it said 12. We were paying attention. Thanks for the shout out before, Kate. I was hoping this might pull in some more views, and it did a little bit. Now I'm gonna do a poll real quick. I should have done this beforehand. I guess just spam it in chat. We're not gonna do a poll because we're gonna keep this poll up until they go live. Should I keep color changings through my streams? Should I keep this instead of? Should this just be a one stream gimmick? Or should I keep this throughout my different streams? Do this instead of getting a VTuber avatar. So kind of reddish. Red pinkish. There we go, pink. Gas was $3.99. It's not too bad. It's getting up there though. Once it starts pushing $4, that's when I knew we were fucked. Once it started pushing over $4, I was like, damn. $3.99 isn't too bad though. Maybe one stream a week and you never address it. Only those who know, know. I love the color change. It will demonstrate the passage of time. You're right, you're right. And I can be sad. I can be happy. That's just purple. I don't know what happy would be. Happy is just my normal color. I go back to normal. Become a little green. Just look like I have jaundice. Look, I'm a Simpsons character. Hey, look at me, I'm Homer. Dope! We just getting that hue shade, that hue change. What happens if you blush? Will it get darker? I guess so, probably. Here, let me try this actually too. Gotta make this just right. Gotta make this make everything look just proper. Homer Simpson for the win. Go super yellow, really oversaturate it. Look at that. Boom. How's that for the purple? Now that's too purple. See, for the purple, it goes too hard. Look at that one. Dark purple. Turn into the Hulk. I'm angry. Grrr. I should have done this during the Wolverine bit earlier. Simpsons yellow. Truly is a classic. Going back to purple. Going back to what I know. Oh no, I fucked it up now. Now everything's wrong. Oh no. I think I started watching around when Cam left because I don't remember him much, sadly. See, Cam was one of my favorites. Cam was one of my favorite additions to the H3 show. I don't know what happened with my lighting. My lighting's all fucked up now too. That looks worse. I don't know if that's because of the color change. I don't think so. Am I already blushing a little bit? Sorry, let me continue with the Snarkbrain test. Operation Snarkbrain is continuing. Hila is attracted to Hasan, or Hila thinks Hasan is funnier than Ethan. I'd have to say they think this one because there's no way they could convince themselves of this one. That's actually too like insane to think, but I could see how they could delude themselves into thinking this. Yes. Hila while watching a Hasan thirst trap. What, laughing? And again, all these people just want to fuck Hasan. That's literally it. Does anybody even on this sub actually watch Hasan? Nobody watches Hasan. What are you talking about? That smile. I don't blame you, girl. Chill out. He's not going to fuck you. Actually, he might. Hasan seems like the type of guy who might just fuck whoever. Hasan's pedo jokes are fine because he was younger than Ethan. We're gonna say that. I knew it. Because he was younger than Ethan, that makes it okay. The difference is somebody like Ethan goes, oh, that happened when I was so much younger. Yes, that was fucked up. That was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I was a degenerate back then. Sorry, we're just gonna finish this last statement. I was a degenerate back then. You know, the whole spiel. Whereas Hasan just goes, oh my god, people always bring this shit up. Oh my fucking god, and then he bans them. But we have gone live. I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another music stream for those who are come around for those. I haven't done one in a couple weeks now because I've been working on this video, but I do appreciate everybody who stopped in and wants to see that as well. So I will see you guys tomorrow for a music stream. Maybe I'll be ready for more colorful music. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This is Captain Quasar signing off. And thank you all so much for the members and the donations too. That means the world to me, truly.